What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. This is Agree to Disagree. Talking birds. Oh, is it a collapse? We're going to dissect it all. Let's go.
Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgado, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Welcome in, everybody. It's Agree to Disagree, only on HUD Radio every Sunday. Brought to you by our doc. Make them yours. That's Dr. Paul Vidal. Specialized Physical Therapy, locations in Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. As always, Nick Delgado, Brian Wilson, Greg Milakovic. I'm Tom Arnone. Everybody out there, welcome in. We got a lot to go over. Crumb of the week at the end of the show. Sixers, Hawks recap, double OT loss to the Hawks. Can the Eagles rebound next Monday night versus the Los Angeles Chargers? We got maybe some things going in our favor for next week. Maybe a little bit we'll talk about, maybe not. And we'll obviously recap the Black Friday game, Eagles-Bears, and dissect the problems there. Here to answer all your guys' concerns, questions, opinions, whatever you got, lay it out there tonight, because I know people got a lot. But let's get right into the poll.
I was going to say, can we move that? I know the public wants to see the big fella's face. The big Aristotle.
No, they don't even know who the guy is. I mean, he hasn't been here in 2 years. So losing two straight games in this fashion proves the Eagles have officially lost their Super Bowl ceiling for this season. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcasts, we're there as well. Hit the like, subscribe, follow. Most importantly, join the conversation tonight. Disagree for right now. Maybe they have, right? Why I say I disagree, and you guys can all debate me and tell me I'm wrong because of one game on Friday, and that's fine. But the defense is too good for the Super Bowl ceiling in this NFC to be over. They're just too good. Now, Friday, they got exposed, but I'm not making excuses. It's 5 games in 2 days. They've been on the field all year. They need their offense to pick them up a little bit. They need time of possession to work back into their favor enough. And if time of possession works back in this defense favor enough, I'm not ready to say, one, the season's over. One, they can't go to another Super Bowl, right? Defenses win championships, right? You need enough out of your offense. But I'm not ready to say that the ceiling's closed and everything's done and this season's over. They got 3. Washington's playing right now and they're in a dogfight with Denver. I get it. But 3 out of the next 5 are games they should win, right? They should win. So right there, you can start feeling better about yourself, right? But all you are is a win Monday away from feeling better, and a good win. That's all they are. If they can get some rhythm going offensively, some rhythm, and not every time you get a 5-yard carry on first down, next play you're in a 2nd and 10 because of a penalty. That is a lack of rhythm. Now, you can make the argument on that same drive I'm talking about that AJ got a first down the next play. That's fine, but it still takes you out of your rhythm in a weird way, just constantly being behind the sticks. And this is where this offense has lived for the majority of this year. Does not help them when they're struggling already, right? When you're struggling already and you're playing behind it all the time and you can't run the ball well enough, but you're always in 2nd and 10 because of penalties or whatever. You're not going to have much success in this league. You won't. But there is way too much talent here for me to believe that it's a wrap or it's 2023. And if everybody wants to just take the easy way out and be like, oh, look, that's 2023 again.
There's no easy way out.
No, it's not. And the reason I'm telling you it's not is in 2023, it was the worst defense in the National Football League. And it wasn't close. And the defensive coordinator got fired, if we forget. And they had another guy on staff that they just were waiting in the wings to hire, Matt Patricia, who's another moron. So that season was completely different of a year. Right, the one constant is this defense, and the one constant is Vic Fangio. So I'm not ready.
They've been on the field a lot, though, Tommy.
They have, but I'm not ready now. And again, they get a little extended rest here. I'm not ready to say that the ceiling's closed because of that reason. Again, could be wrong because Tom yells and screams. He's always right. Not saying I'm always right. I'm passionate about what I believe in, and I'm passionate about great defenses. I still believe it's one.
Some could say never right.
I still believe it's a damn good defense because we just forget. This is why I fucking hate this town and the sports town it's becoming is because we freaking forget what just happened. We went to Green Bay and freaking shut them down in Green Bay. We come back against Detroit, and I know they haven't played well, but we freaking expose them here. So we just forget that we beat two damn good football teams. Now, Green Bay has a chance to be number one in the NFC next week if they beat Chicago. So as much as we were out on Green Bay 2 weeks ago after we beat them, okay, because they went through a little rut and we whooped their ass. Now they got a chance to be the 1 seed. So there's so much ebb and flow in the NFC right now that if you're out, stay out. You understand? Because you forget the wins this team does have. So if you guys all want to sit there as a fan base and be out on them and look through this and look through their schedule this year and look at the teams they've beaten, and you want to be out, then be out. That doesn't mean I'm condoning the play or acting like it's good enough right now offensively or any of that. I'll get into that in a little bit, right? But I'm just stating what I believe in. I believe in great defenses. I still believe it's one. I still believe it's one. So, again, they're going to need more from their offense. And I understand. I watched Friday. So, anybody in the comments going to come debate me about Friday? That's fine, right? I watched it. Very clear what happened there. Okay? Right? But that doesn't take away the body of work. Doesn't remove a body of one game.
No, listen, I hear you. I would probably disagree as well. They're still 8-4. You can see there's glaring problems. The only thing for the defensive side, I would say that's 7 straight quarters. That's only the alarming thing. If you ask me, that's the only alarming thing.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't change your resume. It doesn't take away, the guys in that locker room that have potential. All right. So to me, that's 7 straight quarters. That's alarming. And the effort on Friday was disgraceful. Right. When you're supposed to win in the trenches, listen, give the Bears credit. Listen, they won up front. But when you get bullied and you get your lunch money taken all day for 300 yards on the ground, I mean, come on, man. That's to me, that's just like in basketball, that's like rebounding. You know what I mean? That's just 1-2 an effort. You know what I mean? When you're getting gashed for 9 yards, I think both guys, Swifty averaged, I think 9 and the Rutgers guy averaged like 7 or 8 too, a carry. So, I mean, they got absolutely torched, you know what I mean? So, but there's still enough talent in
this year too, Tom, or Sweeps, because the Giants did the same thing to us, ran down our fucking throat.
Yeah. I mean, that's a Vic MO. I mean, that's a Vic staple is he puts a lot on the tackles to win all the time. Right. And then expect your linebackers to constantly get home. And he refuses to bring guys down in the box. It's just not who he is. And sometimes you get exposed by it and sometimes you don't. Right. But Friday was an example in the Giants game, Wills. To your point was, hey, put everything on the front. And now in short weeks, I don't believe in that. They're the 2 examples. In short weeks, now Dallas, obviously, we saw what happened after the first quarter. But forget that for a second. Just look at the 2 short weeks this football team played and what they get exposed in. The run game. They got exposed up front in the run game. So, that's the 2 times where it was glaring and I saw quit. The Sweeps' point and to your point, Wells, the Giants game I saw quit. More quit I saw in the Giants game than this one, but I saw enough in this one too. But I also saw a defense get a big-time turnover in a big spot, and we do nothing with it. We fumbled away ourselves.
Yeah, that was the big play of the game was the Jalen fumble when you already had the first. Maybe could have been blown dead possibly, but I mean, we kind of remember last time he fumbled on that and it got blown dead, and we kind of lucked out. This time it didn't go in our favor, but that was the biggest play of the game. But you can't stop the run. You can't win. We're weak. No. Like I'm with you both. I disagree. Yeah, I think that
you can't run it, Wells. You can't run it. You're not going to win. Like, if you can't stop it, you're not going to win.
Listen. I mean, and you turn the ball over.
We're weak. We're a weak team, and we have too many penalties. Too many. It's like a sloppy. We're a complete opposite of what we were last year. Last year, we were a strong team, strong in the trenches. We could end the game by running it down your throat. We can't run the football. We stopped the run. We can't stop the run. And we didn't have a lot of penalties. We have penalties constantly. It's a complete flip. It's not good. I'm not out, but you could tell me that we don't win another game, and I'd be like, yeah, I can see it. I can see it. I don't know. I mean, we kind of stink, but we also have so much talent, and like you said, the defense is good. We just got to sustain drive. We're not sustaining anything. And I don't know. Jalen hasn't thrown the ball well. We can't run the football, which puts more on Jalen throwing. It's not good. Nothing's good. Everything's hard. It was so easy for us last year. Everything is hard. Everything is hard. It's just a sign of not a very good team. And don't get me started on going for 2 there, because I was right down the street at UPS. I was thinking I might have to go into the stadium and choke them. Do we not know how to count? What are we doing? What are we doing? You just scored. Now you don't get to 2 and it deflates the team. You kick the extra point, you keep it up, and you're down 8. What? Have a fucking clue one time. Have a fucking clue one time.
There's people are telling me, well, you missed one earlier. Like, stop that, dude. This isn't hypothetical.
I don't give a fuck.
You understand? You fucking kick it. If he misses at that time, then you say, hey, listen, I did my job. I did my job, and it's the kid's fault. I mean, it's the grown man's fault. He missed the extra point. You kick the extra point. You only chance to give yourself hope. You have to give yourself hope.
Yeah, it's unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. What the fuck are you doing, Nick? What the fuck are you doing? But the gross game, you got to throw it away. It's going to be a tough game at LA. We got to go to win a game. I'll feel better when we win that game Monday night, and I think we're going to win. But it's not going to be an easy game, and they like to run the ball. I think that Vidal, however the fuck you say that dude's name, Kamani, he's been getting like 25, 26 carries a game. So they're gonna run the ball. So we better be going out there to stop the run.
Especially if Herbert's
broke his hand, by the way,
broken.
too. But they're saying he's probably going to play, but broke his left hand.
Yeah, so definitely going to run the ball. They're not going to put it in his hand all the time.
No, it's Lance. Yeah, Lance is brutal.
Or they play Lance. Yeah.
I don't think they're going to play Lance. Lance. The hell did I just hear? Lance.
Oh, he came in today for a couple plays.
I know. I'm just cracking up. I was thinking of the movie
Varsity Blues. Lance.
You think about dangling your balls on Lance's forehead? Lance. So I disagree.
There's a lot of issues.
We kind of stink, but I disagree that we're out. I think that we can get it together. But man, we don't look good.
Yeah, I also disagree. I'm shocked that we're all on a train that disagrees. I mean, I'm sure the chat's going more wild because they're just all emotional idiots in the chat and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, you guys have said a lot of things. I'll also say our schedule is really easy per se down the stretch, right? Like we have the Chargers here, Bills, but other than that, they're games that we should win, and we should win both of those too. Bills don't look great. Right? Bills don't look great. Chargers obviously don't look great every weekend. They look great today because they were playing the Raiders. Yeah, so I definitely don't think that we're out of it. We're still in the mix of things. We're probably going to win the NFC.
Good ball,
right?
Bo. Bo Nick's terrible ball.
Oh, I'm not watching. We're probably going to win the NFC East. So,
Yeah, we have to collapse to not win it, I feel like.
Right. And look, when you look back at the Dallas game, they won 2 games in 5 games at home. Right? We know they're good at home. When we look at the season, every year we go into it, we're gonna split with Dallas, so we're probably gonna lose in Dallas.
Yes.
Right? Now, the way it happened makes it, more alarming and makes you think about it. But each year we sit here, we go into it saying, we're going 1-1 with Dallas.
Honestly, Greg, I'm with you on that. The Bears game really shocked me.
The Bears,
I thought we were going to be ready
100%.
play, and not being ready to play on Friday and just getting our teeth kicked in at home and bullied really shocked me.
I don't disagree with that 100% because, like Tom, you said, right, the other factor of those 2 short week games is we got embarrassed. We got outworked. We got outcoached. We got out hustled, right? Like we laid down like we weren't even there. And I agree with you, Wells. That is alarming. That is disheartening. But I think they bounce back. I think they bounce back this week, obviously. And, yeah, I don't think they're out of it. The Rams just showed us today they can throw a dud. Matthew Stafford can throw a dud. I hear Jimmy G's warming up out in L.A., getting ready to come in for Matty. But, no, I don't think the Eagles are done. I think they're I'm not going to say they're okay. But we're going to be okay.
Jesus, Mariota.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that's not okay is really the biggest.
Penalties need to change too, by the way. I know I mentioned that, but like the penalties have been way too many penalties. Way too many correctable penalties. False starts, offsides. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, penalties and the elephant in the room. You know, a guy that I don't want to say I stuck up for, but when you win Super Bowl MVP, if you know you've been to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years, you're 8-2. You're not going to hear a lot from me, man. You're just not. When you win games, I'll be hush hush. But you start losing games and some of those things that we all know, right? Progressions, tight windows, you know, just finding 3 open guys on one play and hitting one of them. But the elephant in the room is he has to use his legs. I'm tired of talking about it every goddamn week. I'm tired of yelling about it every week when I can sit here in a goddamn chair that wobbles around. I can do a 360 here if I wanted to. Okay. But the facts is that I know how this team needs to win and how they need to look to win. We all do. It's under 25 attempts or less, and it's him using his legs because his legs then open up the rest of the offense. That's what I don't understand. Like, that's the dumbest thing in the world, that he's not going to run more or we're not going to RPO way more than we are. Way more than we are. We have to make DN. When you're not running the ball well, you got to make DNs respect stuff. You got to make linebackers respect stuff. You need to make safeties respect him running the football. You can't just be in Saquon's belly and expect something to change that hasn't now, right? In 12 weeks, you just can't expect something different to happen. So to me, they did a little bit more RPO this week, but not enough of it. And they had some success with it, and they go away from it. So I don't know, and I need other carries from other guys that I've been bitching about too. Just a change of pace, a different look. But the biggest thing is you're just fighting from they're 27th in the league in penalties. They were 11th last year. I mean, that's the difference, man.
And we're constantly, I feel like, you know, just nothing's working. It's like, I mean, obviously we continue to lose when Lane doesn't play. That's another thing, and another elephant in the room. Lane doesn't play. We're never good.
Yeah, Greg, the whole Chicago linebacking core was out this week. So, you know, I got to be done worried about who's out elsewhere. You know what I mean? And what do we need to fix and do better? Yeah,
the easy things, Tom, like you're saying, though, the penalties should be easy cleanups. We got to clean the penalties.
Are you serious?
We got to clean the penalties up.
Jason, I think
I can't do this tonight if that's what it's gonna be.
I just think you're ahead. You're a little.
What, McKeon? We're talking about McKee.
Yeah, I'm not on that game.
That's
crazy talk.
That's rough.
We're just not. I mean, we're not there, man. I mean, to say you can't.
No one's going to say he played well. No one's sitting here to say that, but
he's been struggling.
He can read a defense.
But come on,
I hate that narrative. Like, the read a defense he can do, the fight, the throw stuff in the tight windows and trust your arm is a different conversation than being able to read a defense. Yeah, but don't tell me he can't read a defense. That's what drives me crazy. They're different. They're different entities. Like, he can read it. He just can't.
I'll tell you, he doesn't have enough arm talent. That's I've said that from day one. So you don't have to. You know, you can still make throws. You know, and you can still be on time, and you can still obviously win football games like he does. You know, whether the fucking roster is loaded or not. You know what I mean? It's the perfect guy for this team. That's the bottom line. So it might bother people that are not in this market, all right, or that are, you know, that just hate the Eagles, and that's okay, right? Like, he's not going to the Hall of Fame. Yeah, if he won 4 Super Bowls and he racks up, you know, all kinds of garbage yards, of course, right? But you know, he's not an elite thrower of the football. That's not who he is. Right, and he doesn't have to be, you know, if this thing is structured the way it was last year. Right, when you have a great offensive line,
more. Tom is,
you know, yeah, when you have a great offensive line, which I understand they're not this year, right? But you know, in his tenure here, their line has been in, you know, top 3. Right, they've been able to run the football. Right, they've been able to control the clock. They've been able to play from behind. I mean, play from in front. They've been able, you know, penalties were down, so it was, you know,
it's
these
last couple years, last couple
years, it was a perfect storm.
That's
Absolutely.
not great.
But that's also the recipe for any team that wins, not just
absolutely. I did not say that it's his fault. I mean,
No. I know absolutely. No, yeah, for
I'm not
sure.
saying he's the only one dealing with that. I'm saying that's that's the difference. Right now, I mean, everything
Absolutely.
has lined up over the last couple of years, to have offensive success. All right, so
I think, and the biggest lineup is, to me, is his legs. That's the biggest thing, year in and year out. What's the X factor? Him being able to run. What if defense had the game plan for him being able to run? I mean, do we think it was just like this accident? Like Saquon's awesome, but do we think it's an accident? He went for 2K. It's not an accident.
Yeah.
It's not. It's the thought of the quarterback keeping it and a great offensive line, and then holes get wide open, and that's why he wasn't being touched last year to the second level. He wasn't being touched last year. And
I mean, he had he might have had 8 when he was either double digits or 8 when he had 60-yard runs. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah. Just like ridiculous stuff, which you don't expect to replicate.
Yeah.
Second year, but that's where Jalen's legs come in. And that's what pisses me off. Like, let's not change him into something that he's not. He's gotten way better in the pocket. Anybody says he hasn't watched either. That being said, he's not the guy to sit back there all day. Like the 3rd and 2 in Dallas tells me everything I need to know about play calling and how they feel about him running. Because the 3rd and 2 was a straight drop back with a middle wide open. And it's like he really wanted to keep his eyes downfield and try to throw the football there. To me, that's coming either by him internally trying to be more of a pocket guy or people in-house in his ear. And I can't believe real football guys in-house are gonna tell a guy, hey, don't run as much. When guys are trying to keep their jobs and they're trying to win football games. So that to me comes from the wifey at home or your publicist. I'm just being honest. I mean, that comes from MJ's yacht. I mean, I don't know where it comes from, but that comes from somebody that's not in that damn locker room that's trying to win football games. That's
comes from trying to prove everybody they can't do it. And coming off of a Super Bowl year is no better time, right? You should have the grace. Grace to still go out and win an NFC East and just maybe not repeat, but we live in the city we live in.
Yeah, wrong town for that, babe.
Wrong town for that. I mean, that's been going for. I mean, every other team in this city gets grace for never winning.
No, he gets grace. I mean, anybody that's not giving him a year grace period or his team a year grace, you're just an asshole. Like really, I mean, I'm trying.
Well, the way everyone's reacting, we're right there.
We're not talking about grace period of being a one and done in the playoffs. Wells, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you're not giving a year grace period,
5 years grace.
Oh, it's what it should be.
I mean,
how many times we talk about win a Super Bowl? You do whatever you want for 5 years.
Yeah, that shit.
I don't want them to get bad. But I mean, we don't look good right now. We're not.
I hear you. I want to.
Giving it 5 years. You guys giving it. Hey, now you got 5. Well, it'll be done. Then he definitely can't run anymore. So in the 5th year, we're done anyway. The window's fucking now. So, but I can seriously deal with a year where you go to the divisional round and you don't get it done. Now, I'm saying that today. That divisional game, I'll be on here flipping out.
Yeah, listen, the only justification you have for the maniacs are you went through it for 15 years or so, whatever it was. 12-4s, right? Conference titles and Ungats. Right. So you went through enough of that. So, like when you get to the point where you're loaded, Howie's doing all this thing, they're spending money, you got talent, right? You expect to win every year. And I'm not saying you guys aren't saying that. I'm just saying you went through it enough, all those many, many, many moons ago where, you were guaranteed to win 12 games every year. Right. And it becomes sometimes a spoiled fan base because of that. Right. But it doesn't mean that you can't have your expectation should always be. Right. Anybody, the fucking worst teams in the league, the Jets should have aspirations when they break camp to win a Super Bowl, whether it's realistic or not. If not, why are you playing the game?
True.
Alfredo, I disagree with that. He said if we collapse again like 23, Nick's tenure is over. He did it. His
probably job
for 5 years. Time to cut ties.
Cut ties with one of the most winningest coaches in NFL history.
Alfredo, you could take my spot on this show if he gets fired after this year. You could have this seat in my own house.
Like wouldn't
It's yours.
What is the leash for the next guy coming in then?
I mean, he's not getting fired. So
No, you're not. But Alfredo's not the only guy talking about that.
I mean, I was talking about it when he went for 2 the other night. But that was just in the passion of him going for 2 right there. I can't believe I was just blown away. Like you just you need something going well for you. It's been a terrible game. You score a touchdown, you're like, all right, just kick the extra point to keep the momentum on your side. And no, we'll go for 2, not get it. And now it's like, oh, we're down 2 scores still. Oh, it's the dumbest fucking thing ever.
I heard enough people explain their side of it, why you go for it, that it makes sense, that I understand it.
No.
Zero.
In that
scenario with that team the way it was.
Don't know who you're talking to, Waffles. 0 cents. 0. Can't stop them all year.
Yes,
I couldn't stop them all day. So you ain't gonna fucking stop them twice. 0 cents. 0. So I don't care if you're talking to the fucking smart. If Albert Einstein rose up from the dead and a fucking light bulb fell out of his fucking ears, I wouldn't fucking believe what he had to say if he was telling me it made sense. It would never fucking make sense.
No.
Kick the fucking thing. You're down fucking 8. It gives you a fucking chance. Your only chance. That's it. You get it, you're down 7. Whoop the fucking will. It's the same thing if you're down 7 or 8. You still have a chance. You're down 9, you got no chance.
Yeah.
This ain't fucking flag football where you can go for fucking 3. Fucking stupid. So I don't know who you're talking to. I'm very sorry that you're associated with those people. I don't know who texts you. If they're family members, I apologize. That's incredible that people would justify that. Fucking credible. And it's not just you. I've seen it all over the place.
Morons. Just morons. Morons everywhere.
It's amazing. And it's not about getting my point across or I want to be right. It's common sense. Common sense.
Common sense ain't so common.
No, it's not.
Well, you can clap twice in 3 years, Alfredo, when you win a Super Bowl and go to one in those opposite years.
In the other 2. In the other 2 of the 4, yeah.
And then you could just then next year would be like, hey, we're going back. Like if that's the way it works, you know what I mean? Again, we haven't collapsed yet. So before you can't collapse twice in 3 years. We didn't do it yet. We lost 2 goddamn games in 5 days. In 5 days, I know it feels like more because it happened so fast. Like we literally got up from the mat. We got up from the mat from a 21-0 lead, right? And that loss in Dallas, and we got punched in the face again. That's exactly what happened. So I know it's tough right now. We're laying here. We're bruised. We're battered. But
it's a long time till we play again too, which doesn't help.
Yeah,
we don't play on Monday.
Monday night.
Extends the fucking the irritableness.
Yeah, it makes it worse. When you get bullied in any sport, it makes it fucking worse. You know what I mean? So again, not justifying people saying we're always, coming up with excuses and stuff. It's like I said, they're still 8-4. It hasn't happened yet. So whether you feel it, maybe you feel it in your body coming, right? But there's,
I mean, I did say it wouldn't shock me if we didn't win another game. But,
no, I understand.
I don't.
I got that update.
I think we can right the ship. We can right the ship.
Yeah, they're not losing out. They're not losing out.
If we lose out, I could be on board with firing Nick.
Yeah, I got beachfront Idaho for you if they lose out. I really do. I really do. There's no shot they lose out. Just because they play Washington twice in 3 weeks. Washington's not beating them twice within 3 weeks. Like they could beat them once. They're not beating them twice in 3 weeks.
I agree.
Especially if one of those games actually means anything. Which if they're potentially beating you twice, then one of them is going to mean something.
So that's what do we say? Chargers, Redskins, Raiders, and Bills.
Yep. Bills. Yep.
That's the 5, right?
Yeah.
Chargers, Redskins, Raiders.
I mean, you got to go on the road on 2 of them.
You figured, even if you want to say that you lose one to Washington, which you shouldn't, you got to go. You got to win 2 of those games. You got to beat the Raiders are atrocious.
Yeah, Raiders at home too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awful.
That's what I'm saying. If you get, that's why I think Monday's
Pete
huge.
Carroll,
Not only
what
for
are you doing?
Monday's huge for the taste out of your mouth and to avoid the whole collapse bullshit. All right, and just to get you pointed in the right direction, because then it pretty much should guarantee you, even if you split with the Redskins, if you win Monday night, you get the Chargers, you get one Redskins, and you get a Raiders. You're at least 3-2 down the stretch. You know what I mean?
And you get 11. You get to 11 wins. You probably win the division.
Yeah, 11 and 6. 11 and 6.
11 wins definitely wins you the division because they would have to
11
win
and
out.
6, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Dallas ain't winning out, right?
No,
Because Dallas got to go on the road. We all know they're better at home than they are on the road. I mean, they did the same thing the Rams did. They lost in Carolina.
Who does Dallas have left?
I'm going to pull them up right now.
It doesn't matter because they're Dallas, but yeah, Patrick, knock it off. I mean, take the flag down.
Raiders.
It was a nice little 5-day stretch for you two. Calm down.
Right. At Detroit on Thursday.
Fighting for the life.
At Detroit on Thursday. Home Minnesota, home Chargers, at Washington, at Giants on the road to end the year.
Home Minnesota, home Chargers. All right. I mean, not great. At the Lions is a very tough game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we need on
a lot
Sunday.
of injuries. I mean, the St. Brown out. I didn't see what his status was.
I do have Jameson in fantasy.
I don't think so. I didn't hear anything. But again, they played Thursday, so we wouldn't hear anything till Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh, so like that. Okay. That's that little move of playing them on Thursday because they both played the previous Thursday, so they both get a week. Okay, I see what they did there.
Yeah. So what'd you say? Lions, Redskins, Giants.
At Lions, Minnesota Chargers at home, on road, Washington on road.
Minnesota's defense
yes.
Will show up.
They will.
I'm not sure that they can throw the ball.
No.
I bet JJ.
Flores is doing a good job.
That Washington game is Christmas Day. So just add that other factor into it. You know what I mean? That, just like Thanksgiving Day, just a different day to play
Christmas
football.
A Thursday?
I think it's a Wednesday. It is a Thursday.
I don't know.
Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, the 18th is a Thursday. So yep.
That kind of sucks.
I should have known that.
I don't like a Thursday Christmas. That means both weeks. Like, you have off and then you got to come back for Friday.
Go back for Friday
for 2 weeks in a row. That's bullshit.
Bush.
That deals. I mean, your
time for McKay.
your profile pic is Love Hurts, the Jordan logo, him yelling, but then you right after, and I'm all with you on Cowboys fans right back to their delusions. Right, which is a great comment out of you following this one, but it's hard for me to take that one seriously when I hear time for McKee prior to that. Like, it's just tough.
Especially with the Love Hurts, head. That's just amazing. It's incredible, actually. It's like the yin and yang of an Eagles fandom right there. Truly spectacular.
We are a special breed.
He's a
special breed.
He's not playing.
I mean, he's not playing great. Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, he'll probably tell you that. But we're not ready to bench him.
I don't know if we've ever been called ball huggers. But,
I
mean,
think
the backup.
He's not. He's not.
No.
Because he's implying we are.
Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of way I read it too. But again, we don't have to address that. That's just hilarious. The backup quarterback's always the most popular guy in town. He gets the most pussy. Right? It just doesn't pay for a meal. It's the most popular guy. All right, and that's factual. All right, until he comes in and throws 3 picks, and then his house gets egged. You know what I mean? So preseason cute. He looks awesome in preseason. He's really cute, man. He's really cute in preseason. Yeah, I love it. He looks awesome in preseason. So
yeah, I'm a realist too, Dad, and I'm not gonna bench the quarterback at 8-4. You know what I mean? Like when you're leading your division. I don't think that's the time to go bench your QB. I mean, that's a sign of panic. That's what that is. Like
the
I don't
Super
think
Bowl MVP of a year ago.
Yeah, like what's that say then to every other? It's just a message that you would send.
Well, it's just not gonna. I mean, it's just not gonna happen.
I mean, if Nick's not changing play callers, he's obviously not benching Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, those two guys have been tied into him ever since he got here. So it ain't never gonna happen anyway.
He's got a new contract, Jason. What are we talking about? He's under contract.
yeah, like I mean, I can answer that at the end of this contract. Like, I mean,
We'll cross that bridge when it comes.
Yeah, what does he have? 4 years left?
yeah. Like, I mean,
I can answer that.
now if you had a gun to my head right now,
I can answer that right now. For $65 million a year, that's a hell no. So I don't give a fuck. The guy walks on water. If he's $65 million a year.
well, no, I'll give you the other side of it. I mean, $65 million a year in 4 years is probably nothing anymore. It's probably what he's getting paid now. But the point of it is, like, I'd be forced to right now, Jason. Again, I don't. That's depending if it works with the cap. But you just want to say like highest paid. Like, if it was coming up at the end of this year, what are you going to do?
How much does he make now?
I don't know. 30.
Yeah, I don't know.
30, yeah,
35 maybe.
I was going to say that's why I just thought that was outrageous.
Yeah, well, that is outrageous.
If that's the thing.
Yeah.
If that's the thing, I mean, just
nobody's getting 65. Is anybody getting 65?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, somebody kicked me flat.
Maybe in 5 years.
51.
Who's getting 51?
Jail.
That's what I thought. I thought
Average.
it was 50.
5 year, 255. He signed.
That's a lot.
All right. Well, then, yeah, he would get 65 in 4 years. Yeah. I mean, obviously. Now, if it was the end of his contract right now, and I had to give him a new deal at the a new deal at the end of the year. If I had hypothetically give him another deal at the end of the year, like you'd be forced to do it. And anybody says you wouldn't be, it's like, okay. Wow. Like in the world of like a QB driven league, I mean, you'd almost be forced to do it. We don't have to have this conversation.
Well, in 4 years we can have that conversation because we'll see where he's at. Like if he's deteriorating in 4 years and we want to move on and get somebody else, then maybe you don't re-sign him. But you got to see where we're at. We're not there now. This idiot. That's going to be a touchback.
Yes, it is.
No,
what's on the line? Yeah. What's right there on the line?
What are you doing, dude? What are you doing?
Yeah, right foot's on the line. We're ahead of you. Yeah, right foot was on the line.
Correct, Jesse. That's correct.
Yeah, the predictable part, John, like I don't really want to listen to what CJ Gardner-Johnson says in the locker room after the game on a podcast, but I mean,
also
with Cheedy and Acho,
CJ Gardner-Johnson. There's a reason that he's on a different team every year.
Exactly.
Sometimes 2 a year. Dude's a scumbag.
3 this year.
Is this third this year? That's truly incredible.
Texans, Ravens.
Honestly, I didn't even know I had no idea he was on the Bears. I heard his name get called out, and I was like, CJ
it's been like a month, so like 3-4 games.
Unreal. Shitbag.
Yeah.
He played well here.
But like we've had this discussion with Doug, right? That the offense was too predictable, right? The famous San Francisco knew every play we were running. Mario Jomo knew what the Packers were running on that 4th down play. Like, just because they know what they're running doesn't, necessarily mean that anything's predictable. Now, it happens to play out that it's pretty predictable, or it seems pretty predictable, but just because CJ's saying it, CJ's also been in the building over the last 3 years. So he knows a lot of what the concepts that they're trying to run.
It's easy to say that when we're having a ton of penalties, we're backing ourselves up, and we're not running the football. So then, it is pretty predictable. You kind of know what's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
we need to get right a game on offense. We need like a 30 pointer where we get right. That's what we need.
Yeah, we thought it was the
first quarter. First quarter looked like the Cowboys.
We thought it was the first quarter of the Cowboys, and we also thought it was the Giants game.
Yeah, so whether you're dealing with injuries or or inefficient play. I mean, the formula to there's a bunch of formulas to a good offense, but you always as long as football's been around, you got to play ahead of the chains. You know what I mean? You just have to. You know what I mean? And it's just, if not, then you got to be somebody you're not. So when they're when they're getting backed up, then he's got to stretch the field, and I understand there's some teardrops in the resume. I get it. All right. But a lot of them are 80-20 balls, all right, where he's taking advantage of the athleticism of these two stud wide receivers. And that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, again, am I going to fucking fault him for that? No. Right. But, as you see, that's not a recipe.
Dante Culpepper had a great year. Dante Culpepper got paid for 50-50s. I mean, Dante Culpepper got paid in Miami for 50-50 balls in Minnesota.
Well,
hey, throw it up to Randy. Yeah.
When you throw it up to Randy, it ain't a 50-50.
Yeah.
It's 70-30. Yeah, 70-30 maybe. 80-20.
But no, like, everything that can go wrong goes wrong. Like, AJ runs a good route, gets the first down, offensive pass interference. You see that arm on every wide receiver around the National Football League. So it's like, it seems like penalties become contagious, and they become contagious by the referees too. Like, that wasn't an offensive pass interference in today's NFL. And if
it was, I need the defensive pass interference on Smitty later in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna let that go on Smitty, then you got to let the offensive pass interference go.
Again, it's not excuses; it's rhythm, right? Like, it's nowhere am I making excuses for bad football. When I keep kind of reiterate, like, when that stuff happens to you consistently, there is no offensive rhythm. It's like it's a hitter in baseball. You have no rhythm, you have no timing, nothing's going right. You feel like you're 0-2. You feel like you're 0-2 every at bat. Like, you feel like you walk up there and you look up at the scoreboard and it's like, oh, I'm 0-2 already. I didn't even get in the box yet, right? And I think that's where this offense is. Like, this offense feels like they're in 3rd and 15 every time, and they're walking on the field and it's 1st and 10. And I think when you're running that type, it's going to equal a lot of 3-and-outs. It's going to equal a lot of bad drives. And like I said, no rhythm in your drives. You get a first down there, we don't know how that drive ends. We talked last Sunday against Dallas. You don't know how stuff ends if that Goddard doesn't get called back, right? You just don't know. We don't have crystal balls. But what I do know is drives are contagious and first downs are contagious. I know that to be factual in this league. So when you're constantly getting them and they're getting taken away because of you, right? Self-inflicting situations, right? That's where they're at right now, because they can't get into it. Like I said, their first play of the game was a 5-yard run to Saquon. It turned into 2nd and 10. Like, we had a good run finally. You probably feel good about the run off 5-yard carry.
And then false start.
That's coming back next play. So now we're in 2nd and 10. It's like, okay, you get the first down, but it's not the point. It's the point of there's so much of that.
Fred Johnson's been having a bunch of them.
Yeah, last year there was none of it. There were none of it, guys.
And Steen had a big one. He broke a 30. When we're talking about Jalen running the ball, he broke a 30-yard run, and Steen, got called for holding.
It's another tough call, right?
Zach.
But even like penalty yards, like, they're 28th in football. They were 5th in football last year.
Mm-hmm.
So forget 11th in penalties. They were only 5th in penalty yards.
That's a bad drop.
Great play by Singleton, actually.
Yeah, it was, but it's a bad drop. You got to put that away, Jack.
Oh, that's a great play by Singleton.
Yeah, he did try to put it away. Yeah, man, it's a great play. Big time.
Wow.
Yeah, Jason, I know they're number 1 in the league in 3-and-outs.
Both former Eagles.
That's what happens when you're not not running the
football. Can't run the football. Yeah.
The quarterback's not running the football to try to give you some sparks, and when he does, like we said, he gets called back, right? So it's like nothing we can do can go right.
I think that has a little bit to do with our defense being weaker against the run this year. Also, is because we're on the field so much, just worn down.
Yeah, Greg, I mean, you're right. I mean, the biggest play of the game was the Jalen fumble and the tush push.
That was absolutely the biggest play of the game. We're talking,
and that's when nothing's going right, because the one thing you can hang your hat on was that we can't even do that right anymore.
Can't even do that right. Yeah. So Cowboys stop us twice.
Yeah.
Now we fumble again.
But again, I'm not out because, like I said, that defense played so bad in that football game, and they still managed to keep us in that game for whatever that's worth. They got a big turnover. They literally, here you go, exactly what the doctor ordered, and we couldn't capitalize on that. And I just feel like you need. I can't even say you need a drive because you had drives, right? You had the Cowboys first quarter. Never forget, hang the banner. You need a game, and I didn't say this all year because it wasn't that important. But it's time now for 4 quarters, right? It's time now to get some rhythm and timing. It's
absolutely, and you can be disgusted, all right? But being out, that's what Cowboy fans do, all right? That's what roaches do. So you should never be out, all right? You can be disgusted and not happy, and you can boo. All right. I mean, they got booed at halftime. So, I mean, that's city of brotherly love. Do you. Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But, to be out, that's what Cowboy fans do, right? Because now they had 2 big wins, and I've seen more Cowboy shirts in New Jersey than I ever seen. You know what I mean? I'm yelling out the window, fucking idiots, just honking, it's just, they're out. They're out now. They're out.
Yeah.
They're out.
Lights are out. Roaches are out. Got to turn the lights on. Get the roaches scurrying.
And I have no problem with a hard boo like that on Black Friday. Like, air them out. You know what I mean? Let them have it.
But James is 100% right, man. Until the season's over, man. Until the season's over, you keep swinging. You keep swinging. Now, whether you're, equipped to win it all, or so-called experts, count you out, or keyboard warriors, want to tell you how bad they are and stuff like that. Yes, you're never out of it till like Jason said, till it's time for what they say, Black Monday, right? Is that the Monday when most of those guys get fired after the season? After the season ends, yeah.
Yeah, Luke, he can't do that. We've done that, Luke. I mean, he took play calling over. He was terrible at it and had to give it to Steichen. So, like, no, I don't want him taking over play calling. I don't. He's not here for that. We know what he's here for. He's not here for that. That's why it's on them as an organization. But again, I can't even blame them. You win a Super Bowl, there's nothing out there to hire at that point.
There isn't.
There isn't anything to hire. You're behind it. So it's a year you just got to deal with it. You have to deal with it and figure it out from this year.
That's why it's always hard.
You're so young, babe.
Because you almost always lose coordinators as well.
Yes.
Andy
and you're at the end of the year. This isn't college. Sorry, Tommy. This isn't college where you can just poach coaches at any time of the year. You got to wait. And if you're the last team standing, you're it. You're waiting.
Yeah.
Luke.
And most of those guys hire quick. The guys who don't make the playoffs, they hire quick. Sorry, Tom.
Yeah.
No, you're good. Andy Reid had the same presser for 20 years. So if you're getting caught up in pressers, don't. I'm telling you, don't, Luke. Don't get caught up in what the guy says in the media. Get caught up with what's being said behind closed doors, which we don't know. But don't get caught up in that. Like, please do not get caught up in it. We got caught up in that on the day he was hired, right? And we were all out. Right? And all he is probably the winningest coach in his span in Eagles history, in his span. So, again, I don't need a guy coming out and calling out his players in there. I don't need. We're gonna act like he's not. Does he not take any accountability? I feel like he talks about the coach. We need to do a better job as coaches. We need to do a better job of coaches. I need to do a better job as a coach. He says that after every loss. He even says that after wins. So again, I think we're reaching. Then if we're gonna point out his pressers as he's not taking enough accountability. I mean, the guy just fucking wins, and now he's not taking enough accountability. This is what happens when you lose 2 games.
No. I'm sorry. Luke is saying that's what he's calling him, Mister. He's saying that he takes accountability. He wants him to change something. He's saying that's what he always says. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm saying that's what Andy always said in terms of.
Oh, yeah.
And like, and then I just went on a tangent, but the point where I was going was that same thing. Like, Andy had the same thing for 20 years, dude. Don't buy into it. What do you want him to say? Like, and then again, what do we assume nothing's changing, but we don't know that. We don't know that. Like, unless maybe there isn't, right? You would have to be a film junkie to really know if anything's changing. But I mean, even I don't know. It's tough. Tough.
It's like that. Well, I mean, it's that one play. We all saw it. He had 3 guys open for a touchdown. and he missed them all. He missed the one guy he threw to.
Yeah, but fire KP, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, 3 guys wide open, and he missed them. And all right, cool. Like, yeah, Jalen was bad on that throw and in the game. But he had 3 guys, and I bet you AJ was probably open, but the screenshot didn't show that side. But coming off the line, AJ looked open. He just wasn't for a touchdown. Dotson was wide open. Goddard was wide open. And even Smitty was wide open. He just missed them. So things are happening, whether it's just execution. It's coming down to execution.
Yep. Frank left Stanford, so today. How's everybody feel about that?
Great cover last night, Frankie.
Season's over.
Great cover last night, Frankie. Love you, bro.
Yeah,
great.
That was a
good teams win. Great teams
cover. That's correct. That is correct.
And Marcus Freeman was
win,
not happy.
Teams cover.
Marcus Freeman was not happy. He thought scoring 50 on Stanford was going to get him in the playoff, I guess. So 4 minutes ago, just chucking it. Was not happy. And then he whispered in Frank's ear. So
I believe of Rick Myers.
Again, I don't know how
Rick
he got punched in the face.
through the tutty.
Oh, yeah.
Rick Myers.
Place my nuts. 5th-year senior, never threw a pass at Stanford. So just the next Rhodes Scholar, tip of the cap to him. Never threw a pass, so they all went nuts when he got on the field. And a 30-yard run and a TD pass. So
nice. That's awesome. I love
it was awesome. It was. Absolutely.
And his dad was a Notre Dame legend.
Yep.
Dude,
but yes, his season is over. Obviously, Dayball's available if they want to bring in a different mind. They're not calling plays, but if you want to bring in an advisor or a different mind in the room, those options are available now as you get these guys that their seasons are ending.
Fucking Sertan, they get away with everything.
Because Frank was truly a 1-year rental there at Stanford. For Andrew.
Marcus still got some quickness.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen let the team down Friday for sure, Luke, but I don't believe he's the main culprit every week either for this. But again, I mean, I know what you're saying. I mean, listen.
I'm at the defense. I mean, listen, I'm not. I mean, Hurts was, Hurts wasn't great. Don't get me wrong, but I think if we're giving out number 1 shit stars, I'm giving it to the defense. I'm not putting Jalen at the top of that. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm just saying.
The Bears
that's me.
had 2 guys rush.
I mean, when you get your shit pushed in for 300, I mean, come on, dude. Two backs ran for 120. Your defense is at the top of the list.
First
I don't
time
care
the
how
Bears
they
have had 2 guys rush for 100 yards.
Yeah,
85.
I don't care how they played all year. I don't care how they played all year. I don't care about your resume. If you're talking about a single game, they're at the top of the list. And then you can go right after that. You can fill in Jalen, Nick, Patullo, whatever you want to do. I mean, have your preference, all right? But the defense gets the number 1 shit star on Friday for me. And I'm not saying I'm right, but
you are right. The Bears' offensive line dominated the game,
and defensive line.
Yeah, it's the complete opposite of last year, Greg. Like I was saying earlier, last year we would dominate up front. And we would grind teams, and we would dominate the time of possession. And now it's the complete opposite. Teams are grinding us and dominating time of possession on us.
Even if you look at these last 2 weeks, right? 2-1 score games in theory, right? We get ran all over both games. We have costly penalties against us, and we lost a turnover battle in both of those games. And again, we can't run the football.
Yeah. And we're still in the game.
And you're still a 1-score game.
We're a good team, so we're still in the game. But
so we're still right. Yeah, we're still there. It's just we got to clean up all those stupid mistakes that we make.
Yeah, and you try to go back to your identity. You know what I mean? Again, I think we said that ad nauseum, and I understand you're missing pieces and stuff like that, but you should never change who you are. You know what I mean? You still gotta stay true to yourself. You know what I mean? I would love to know if I put it in the, I'd have to put it in the Google box because, we'd have to hire a nerd. But I'd like to know how many 5 or 6 minute drives that they had this year.
Not
that many. Not that many.
Not
you
many.
know what I mean? They had long drives last year.
We haven't.
8-minute drives where they just pounded your face off, right? And then they punched it in, and they didn't kick field goals. And that's how you become the most dominant team, all right? And at the end of the day, that's how you have a parade. You know what I mean? So, you call it what it is, right? But This surely isn't the greatest show on turf. All right, and they don't have to be. All right, but I don't know. It's just
we haven't been good this year. Just offensively, it hasn't been right. It's mainly because we can't run the football. That's the main reason. And you can point. I mean, the offensive line hasn't played as well. Saquon hasn't played as well. Nothing. Just cohesion. And obviously Jalen's not running as much. It's like everything's going together to the perfect storm of us not being able to run the football, and it's affected the offense in a very bad way. And he's never going to be the guy that's out there, throwing deep posts and deep ins. Like, that's not him. He's not ripping the ball. Like, we need to be able to run the football. Oh, maybe we can start against the Chargers.
And Luke, that worked in Remember the Titans. Luke, that worked in Remember the Titans, man. Yeah. It's like Novocaine. Gotta give him time. Yeah. Works every time.
That's right. Split fear like Novocaine.
And that might be some of the reasons we run 6 plays is because he can't throw the whole tree. Right? I mean, if he can't throw the whole tree, that's where all the film junkies are like, oh, they run the same 6 plays. Well, maybe he can't fill the tree up.
Yeah, I'd say there's a little bit of a Charlie Brown tree for sure.
No, and Candy, you're right about that. It's Candy McDaniel. I mean, you're right. I mean, no QB is successful for long without a running game.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So
that's just a fact.
What up, Sean? Did you meet?
They don't win. They don't win. That's the only reason I wouldn't. There's no rebuttal there. That person is 100% right. As far as winning, I think that's the only reason I would just insert something there. You don't win. You don't have a good offense if you can't run the football winning wise, right? Marino threw the ball for 20 years, and didn't win without a running game. So I mean, you can spin the ball, but you don't win.
Yeah, I mean, if you have Dan Marino.
Yeah. I know. I'm just saying, you can look back in the history and find guys that could spin it, but they didn't win. So that's why the comment's it's not wrong. Like I said, I would just insert. You need to run the football to open up the pass game if you'd like to win.
Yeah, you say the same thing with Stafford, right? He didn't start winning until he got to L.A. where they ran the football effectively.
Yep, absolutely.
And how many running backs did they roll through in Detroit?
A whole lot.
And you had Megatron, right? So you're like, oh, you got Megatron.
I thought Jamin Best was going to be so good.
Dude, I think everybody thought Jamin Best was going to be good.
I was a Jamin Best guy. He was awesome at Cal.
And they had Swifty too, right?
Yeah, they had Swift. They had so many. They've had so many.
Was Swifty with Stafford?
That I don't know.
I don't know. Might have been just after.
But it's close. Yeah.
I agree. He's a coordinator-dependent coach, Sirianni, that is. Luke's comment, nothing wrong with that. Then hire the right guy. And you got to make up for it. Well, he's proven he can't make up for that. And they didn't have time to really hire the right guy, right? Because you won the Super Bowl. But I'm not giving the guy a pass.
So we're back to that hamster wheel of what do we want to do?
Yeah, I'm just saying he's not the guy that's going to be able to jump in and call plays for you. So,
and that's okay. There's a lot of guys that don't call plays.
Well, we knew that. You know what I mean? It's not like we didn't know this. We've watched it. So, to say make up for stuff, what's he making up for though? You know what I mean? The quarterback has to make up for things. The offensive line has to make up for things. I'm all for firing guys and I'm all for that shit, right? But players win, man. Players got to win. The NFL, you watch so much tape. That's why I get so tired of hearing.
I'm all for firing dudes.
They're fucking predictable. They're predictable. Well, I hope so. You just watched a fucking week's worth of tape. I would hope some shit they did, you had a feeling it was coming, and now you still got to go make a play. I hate that shit.
Listen, last year you could tell the other team what we're doing every play, and we're still going to run right down.
It doesn't matter. So I don't want to hear it. I'm so tired of hearing they know what we're running. Okay. They gotta then you gotta be able to stop it. Every time we struggle here in Philadelphia, it seems like every team comes out and says, "Oh, know what they're running." We watch it with Doug. Oh, they're predictable at the end. Oh, they're predictable. We know what they're running. Okay, all right. Is it so funny? It seems like an Eagles thing. Oh, they're predictable. Nobody else is. I guarantee you the Raiders they couldn't be because they had a fire offensive coordinator because he was running plays they don't even run in practice. Plays that aren't even on their play sheet. So maybe that's why Chip wasn't predictable. They just couldn't score points. But like, come on.
There's a name we could bring back.
Tell me a team that you don't know what their MO is. Like, please enlighten me. Because I need to find those teams that you don't know what they do. Like, you don't know what they do. I know what the Buffalo Bills do. And I watch them enough. I know what they do. I know what they want to do. All right? They want to be able to run the football first and foremost. They set everything else up they do. I know what they want to do now, right? 3 years ago, their run was Josh Allen to set up everything else. Right? Now they want to run James Cook. I know what they want to do. Like, come on. I haven't even watched them all 12 weeks, and I still can tell you I know what they want to do. Go down the list. What do the Dallas Cowboys want to do right now? They want to start. They want to they want to run the football well. They set up play action. That's who the Dallas Cowboys are. That's who
they're going to throw downfield.
Yep, that's who the Detroit Lions are. Like, I mean, come on, dude. I know what these teams' identities are. So you're telling me that you watch tape all year long and year after year on coaches and schemes and all this, and you're telling me you want to give a wink, CJ? Oh, we knew what they're running?
That is
I would hope
upsetting.
so. You're in the fucking building 2 out of the last 3 years. I would hope you know what we're running. Or you weren't paying attention enough in practice. Like, don't give me that. Don't give me that. Like,
Tony Romo does it every week. He calls every play. He played in the league for a long time. All the sets are the same, right? All the YZ bananas are the same. They flipped. They're just different names. You know what I mean? It's just, you know.
That's a bad penalty.
Couple guys just to throw that, just to give you guys a quick respite because I was curious as a kitten. All right. Kevin Smith.
That's why I call him Whiskers.
Kevin Smith was his running back. Kevin Smith was his running back.
Yeah, remember him?
Javid Best, as
UCF
we called it. A couple
Not
years
MS,
ago.
by the way.
Javid Best. Michael LaShore. Oh my God. Reggie Bush for 2 years. Amir Abdullah.
Still playing.
Theo Riddick.
Ah.
Garrett passed that blunt.
Oh, that's right.
Carry on Johnson.
They don't want to hit that blunt. It's too big.
And Adrian Peterson at the end of his
career. Yes, at the end of it, after he grabbed the switch, he started beating people. started beating asses.
He was on a bunch of teams at the end, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was on Washington for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Luke, I don't disagree with you. I just don't know what we think they're not trying to change. You know what I mean? That's my only thing.
We do have two really good receivers, so it's kind of
and it's also
it's disheartening that you can't throw the football. Like, we should be able to throw the football.
Yeah, and listen, we don't disagree with you, Luke. All right, but
even in 2023, we threw the football.
We don't disagree with you. I'm just going to tell you, and I'm sure you watch enough sports too, Luke. But pro sports, they just don't do it. You know what I mean? Like, just watch all the majors. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to stick there. They hang in with their guys. They don't pull guys out. It's very rare. It's very rare that you see, changes. Right? Now there should be. You should make adjustments in every sport, and I couldn't agree more. I mean, like, if I don't like how a guy's playing in 2 quarters, I pull him out. That's how I operate. Right, but I'm just telling you how pro sports operates. It just doesn't happen, unless you're a rookie, that's getting his head beat in, and they're like, all right, come have a seat, young man. You know what I mean? Like, when you're a veteran, it's just not, they're not going to do that. So, I'm not saying he's calling for taking guys out. I'm just saying, like, I think we're in total agreement that, adjustments should be made. Change things up, of course. The personnel is there, so something's wrong, all right? And if at least if you're making adjustments, all right, then you'll know it's the personnel. If you're doing different things, all right, because what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing and expect over and over and expecting different results. That's insanity. So we all know that. So if you're, at least if you're making adjustments and you're throwing some different looks out there, then and things aren't working, then hey, that's maybe we don't have the personnel for this.
Washington driving.
Spot on.
Driving
Sweet.
late.
Yeah,
I believe KP. I don't want to say KP is clueless. I'm going to say a lot of times when you take over play calling, again, that's you being in a rhythm. That's you with being able to adjust on the fly. They're the things great play callers need, right? You can be a great play designer, but a terrible play caller, right?
Absolutely, brother.
You could be a bad play designer, but a great play caller, right? Because you have a feel for it. You have a feel what defense is trying to do to you, and you're able to go in that 9 minutes of halftime, by the time you get in the locker room and back out, that 9 minutes, you figure shit the fuck out, right?
Yeah.
And your guy, and now this isn't just a KP thing. Let me make this clear. This is the entire offensive staff. Because you have guys up in the press box that are there for a goddamn reason. And their reason is to figure out what defenses are running and what they're trying to stop you from doing so you can go do the opposite. Right? Like, this is the easiest shit in the world. This isn't Kevin Patul on an island all by himself like it's high school football. Right? High school football, you got 2 extra guys up in the box. Holy shit. You know what I mean? You got 5 guys up in the box of high school football. I mean, you got 4 boxes full of guys. I mean, the offensive coordinator box has 5 guys in it. There's 5 guys in that box. So, and their job is this. That's their job.
I just look at it like I agree with you 100%. I just, to me, especially when you're dealing with professional sports, I think the weakest cop out is when, coordinators or, hitting coaches or pitching coaches are the first ones to get fired. All right. To me, that's cop out central for me. All right. These are pro athletes that, I understand, we're talking about 2 different sports. I'm just saying, like, a guy that can hit, so when the Phillies don't hit, it's like, Kevin Long's a bum. Get him the fuck out of there. What's he doing? Like, he's not in the box. He's not in the box. He's probably talking game plan and talking approach. I'm not there. I don't know what kind of approach they're talking about. You know what I mean? But he's the first one that gets fired because the Phillies don't hit. Come on, man. How about the $300 million guys or just anybody? You guys are getting paid. So same here. Like, yes, the play calling, it looks bland. It looks vanilla. It looks terrible, right? But they got enough guys that should be able to make plays, man. Like, you got a guy that's was a Super Bowl MVP and then outplayed the guy and was the best player when they lost the Super Bowl too. So at some point you expect that guy to make plays. Whether I'm fucking just drawing plays up in the sand with a bottle cap and a fucking rock, you expect that guy and those guys on offense to make plays.
Agreed.
Come on, man. Like, I don't know. That's the way I look at it. Maybe I'm incorrect.
What are you doing? That could be grounding again.
I think you're muted, Tom. We didn't hear you, bud.
Was. I appreciate it. I didn't go longer there. Jason, a lot of great points, Sweeps. And what Jason says here is year 6 with Hurts, and you expect him to be a great passer and properly read progressions. What I'll say to this, if you look back from Jalen Hurts year 2 to Jalen Hurts now, to say he's not a better passer, I think isn't fair. Right. And I'm hard on Jalen. Okay. But to say he's not a better passer than he was when he came in, that's crazy talk. He's definitely a better passer. Okay. Does that mean he goes through his progressions the way he should or as fast as he should? No, I'm not saying that. But I've also seen him do it well. I've seen him do it well. We praised him for doing it well at times. I think at times listen, I'm not in the kid's head, right? I can't answer what's the problem this specific year, but I'm not ready to say he doesn't know how to read defenses. He's not a good enough passer because he's a good enough passer, right? There's levels to this. All right. Is he Matthew Stafford and the whole route tree? No. But is he still really good? Yes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's levels to it. Like, there's a reason he doesn't try to throw the whole route tree either. I want to riddle the people something here. There's a reason he doesn't try to do it. And you're going to say, well, why, Tom? Why wouldn't he try? Why wouldn't he grow? Well, why wouldn't he? But you need to tell me, Tom. I need that answer. I have it for you. Because he loves winning so fucking much that he knows what he's great at and he knows what he's not good at. And that's called accountability. That's called looking in a mirror. And that doesn't mean he doesn't try to get better at it, because I believe he does. Right? But I believe he's never going to try to put his teams in harm's way to lose football games by threading needles all the time, right? And being some of these gunslingers. That's not who he is.
Yeah,
That's
there's a
okay,
reason
though.
why he doesn't have that many picks because
Exactly.
he doesn't take chances.
He doesn't
It's not
turn the
that he's
football over.
yeah, exactly. He doesn't take chances, and
It
that's
doesn't
okay.
mean he can't do it. Maybe he can do it, but maybe he doesn't believe in it as much because it isn't a Justin Herbert arm, right? It isn't that. I mean, we saw now after the wind died a little bit, those first 2 throws were tough. They're tough to look at. Now, Caleb was going the other way. It was a little bit better, but you're going to see it. I mean, there's more zippity doo-dah with these guys. You got blinders on if you don't see it. That being said, he can throw a lot of balls these guys throw. Like people say he can't throw over the middle. Yes, he can. I've watched him. like it doesn't make sense to me. Does he like to live more on, outside of the numbers? Yeah, he does like to live more outside of the numbers, right? A lot of smaller quarterbacks do, right? But I think he's gotten better throwing over the middle, right? I think this all comes back to, this is not an excuse. This all comes back to essentially leading the league in penalties. Like, holy shit, people. The 2 easiest things, like, why are they struggling offensively? Well, they're struggling to run the football. And then when they actually do a little bit, they get called back all the time when they have a good run. It's like the NFL knows. It's like, oh, Eagles got a 10-yard run. Call that back. There's no way that happened.
It does feel like that sometimes.
Call it down. No shot.
Well,
no shot.
It does feel like that sometimes.
They're not allowed to have long runs this year, so there's got to be a flag.
Yeah,
it's
that's fine.
The earpiece comes in every time. Oh, Eagles got a first down. Pick play.
Yeah.
Pick.
Offensive pass interference.
Yeah, like what? Right. So every little thing that goes well comes back, and I think that's just the year you're in, and that's what they have to continue to fight through that, right? Which isn't easy to do, right? And where a lot of teams after you win a Super Bowl, I think you get a little bit more go your way. I think rightfully so. Nobody likes us.
Go your
okay,
way.
but not saying the NFL is against us here. I'm just joking, but that's where it starts. Starts in the run game for any football team, and it starts in penalties. But don't say that he can't do it. He just doesn't do it.
We just won a Super Bowl,
and that's why he doesn't turn the football over. That's why. So what do you want? Do you want the gunslinger who's going to turn it over? He's going to. But what do you get? What do you get more out of?
Like, what's?
I mean, we've been
to
playing
that
pretty
point.
well with Jalen. We've won some games.
To that point, Matthew Stafford, just because you brought him up, 18 of 28 today, 243, 2 tutties, 2 turnovers in a loss at Carolina.
Yeah,
they were the talk. They were the talk of the league.
Not the greatest guy to bring up, though. I think he had gone like 30 touchdown passes.
No, he did,
and that's fine.
They brought it up all morning. That's why. But
Jalen had just won so many games, right? You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
Jalen just going on a winning streak, and we've lost them. But you think LA's screaming for Jimmy G right now?
Well, maybe because they're fans. No. But what I'll say to you is, what they asked Jalen before the game. Oh, Chicago leads the league in turnovers. It's what they do. And he goes, well, we're pretty good at what we do. It's almost like you put the sword right through your heart. And it's like, what do you want him to say?
They talked into existence.
Yeah, football's weird to me. I said, well, you can book turnovers for him today because he was confident about it, as he should be. But my point is that's why he doesn't do it. And again, that doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean it's wrong.
Overtime.
I think it's a pick your poison. But again, with the KP stuff, like AJ says it, other guys say it, that like they a lot of their feedback gets used, right? Like the players are saying that, like the Sirianni, like AJ said, as of this week, how Nick's keeps us up, it keeps us going, it keeps us focused on what the task is at hand, right? He doesn't let this stuff become more than what it is. He's great at leveling us out, whatever it was he said. Okay. But the fact is like, let's just take a step back. Right. We lose Monday and it looks a lot the same. Listen, guys, I'm coming, the Titanic's sinking. I need life jackets and rafts over here ASAP. All right. But I'm not ready to jump.
The band is playing.
But the band is playing for sure. Doesn't mean I'm not going to stick it out. Just means the band's starting to go. Do I trust her or not? And that's the decision I got to make. All right. Yeah. But I'll never jump off.
I'll be going down with the ship. I'm like,
yep. I'll never jump off.
I would like a brandy.
But I might tell you they're done. Like I might tell you, hey, they're done. They're done, but I'm not jumping. I'm going to ride it out, but they're done. If you're a loser, you can stop watching. but I'm going to stick it out and pray something changes. Listen, man, we say it every week. I want to believe it's going to. I'm not going to. Last week, my player of the game was 2 penalties. So that didn't age well. So anything we're picking right now isn't working. But guess what? When you're struggling like this, what do you need? What stops it? Well, you got one on Friday and you turned it over, but it's turnovers down in another team's zone. It's just getting 7. It's getting 7 somehow from your offense, right? Getting the ball in the 10 and not fumbling it and actually converting a touchdown and just come on, they're doubling the gap, right? To get, it's something to get going. Like I said earlier, you can't come up 0-2 all the time and expect to get a hit. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're 0-2 again. That's the Eagles. The Eagles come on the field and they're 3rd and 20. Either by a sack, a penalty.
Yeah, you're right.
Nick's yelling, I'll tell you why, Luke. I'll tell you why. So everybody gets upset. I love Jahad Campbell, by the way. How does not get a single snap? I don't know. But because of Nakobe Dean. Like Nakobe Dean's that good. Yeah. Where even coming off an injury like that.
I mean, I could see maybe giving him a snap considering we were getting ran through.
Hey, go play DN for a play. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't know, but I think his numbers and his snap counts have gone down every week the more Nakobe's played.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't realize it was 0 though.
Yeah, it was 0.
I would. Yeah, I mean, I would classify that as unacceptable when you get ran through like a tree.
No, Luke, you're right. Luke, you're right. Like, hey, maybe throw him a D tackle for a play.
Yeah,
like,
exactly,
I don't know.
Luke.
You're spot on, Luke. Don't get me wrong. But that's why he's not. But you get to your point. But this was a 10-9 game going into the fourth quarter. So as much as they were getting ran all over.
Yeah, you're right. It was 1 possession.
They bended and not broke the whole time. So they kept us in it. But who knows? You make the extra point, it's 10-10. Maybe the fact that you make it 10-9, you start feeling decent about yourself. Oh, here comes 10-10. Oh, no, 10-9. You can't get anything fucking consistent.
Then you get the interception. It looks great, and then you fumble on the push.
You can't.
Go, Harvey, run.
But you know what gets him over it? Keep fucking going. Over it.
Yeah. Moving on.
Like, no. Not moving on. Actually getting over it. Like, actually going in a game and having success can put it all in the rearview mirror.
For sure. I told you, we need a get-right game. We need a game where we drop like 40 burger.
I mean, who can come in? Can Tennessee come in?
I think I'm 24.
I'm the only team out there. I feel like you could write it down as Tennessee. Like if Tennessee wants to play,
well, Raiders.
Like, to a point. But I still
Max
feel like
the problem. But I hear
Max Crosby's a 7-sack game away from like, oh, that was fun.
Yeah. It'll be a 10-6 game because they can't score on offense.
Of course. Looking at the schedule, I thought
Max Crosby 7-sack game away from that was fun.
The Raiders.
Great game.
Get right game.
I mean, the Raiders.
Remember last time we played the Raiders? Tom was like -12.
I mean, the Raiders. You'd be 0 for 10. And, that's the Raiders are like when you're 0 for 10, 0 for 12 with like 6 punchies, and they come to town. You're like, oh yeah, it's 4 for 4, a couple doubles here. Real good. Real good right here. I'm gonna get on the barrel all day.
Yeah.
I'll be on the barrel all day.
You're going to Colorado and Senzatella's on the mound. You're like, this is a good day, baby. Everybody's healthy today.
Luke, he hasn't put 2 good games together. I mean, he had a sack that he fell into on Friday.
Tackle him.
That made it look like he had a better day than he did. To your point, he is not.
Well, that's fine because let that price keep coming down.
Harvey, get Harvey in the end zone. Yeah. Get Harvey in the end zone. Get Harvey in the end zone.
I know I'm praying, right, Tommy?
No, I mean I've been saying it all year. Like if he doesn't play well and doesn't have the numbers, he's not gonna. I mean, you ain't getting a guy that has 2 sacks, $150 million. Like that, ain't nobody doing that. I don't care how good he is. Guy spit on a guy and then and 2 sacks so far. Like I don't care what. I don't care if he's getting triple teamed. You understand? Like nope, nobody's giving him 150.
Everybody does in this league.
Like Jordan Davis is worth more money right now than Jalen Carter is, and that's crazy. In this moment, right this second, who's played better this year? That's all I'm saying. Not who I think overall is the better player.
Sure,
but Jordan Davis had a better year. He's lost weight. He looks better. I mean, I'll pay him both $100 million. Now I say that, and we just gave up 100 by two guys. So like, hey Tom, you got eyes? Yeah, I saw it, but I still would feel obligated that I have to give both of these guys $100 million deals.
Well, because that's the philosophy that the Eagles have always preached on: is you win up front, right? So yeah, they're not going to let those guys walk out the door.
Yeah.
Harvey in?
Yep.
Nice.
And an extra point.
I'm in a tight
stop
one
away
in
from
fantasy.
cover.
That's huge.
They're an extra point and a stop away from cover. Oh, you got to be sick to your stomach. The old overtime rules. Oh, the new overtime rules.
Daz, you're going through it right now, Daz, because the only thing different is the offensive coordinator. Like let's really look at it. And Mekhi Becton. I mean, they're your two differences, and obviously Lane Johnson for sure, right? But like they're your two differences. So who's it on? Or you just won a Super Bowl. Everybody's a little bit more bumped and bruised, especially your running back, who was obviously year after nobody in the NFL history has ever ran for 2K and went on to win a Super Bowl. So there's no history of how that running back responds year two, but there's a history of all the rest. Hey guys, there's a history. This is what I don't understand. Everybody in the fucking NovaCare, right? This is where I get fired up. Everybody inside the NovaCare are football historians, supposedly. They're all football guys, right? Football guys, right? You don't know that every back that's rushed for 2,000 has a down year the next one? And nobody's ever gone and had that many attempts. Nobody's had that many because nobody's went and won a Super Bowl. So you don't assume that guy's going to have a little bit of a down this year.
Yeah,
maybe.
Again, in fantasy, I skipped right over him at 4. You know what I mean?
Wish I did. I wish I did.
For that reason,
I could not pull the trigger. In some, I did, but yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah.
You get to the end, you're like, oh, he's still there.
I feel first overall, so fuck me, right?
Oh, I'm going to put it right where this starts, okay? Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, Cam Jurgens, Tyler Steen, who I didn't believe in anyway. I would never let Mekhi Becton go. I said in the offseason, either Isaiah Rodgers had to be back or Mekhi Becton. You couldn't lose both. Oh, hey, Tom, we're going to lose both. And
stinks right now too. But.
And obviously Fred Johnson and Lane Johnson too, because they can't run the ball to the right either. So when he's in, they can't run the ball that way either. So I'm putting it on all 5. And it's hard to put anything on Lane, but the 5 of them as a group, that's who it's on. Nothing's consistent enough up front. I mean, Jordan Mailata looks like he can't play anymore. Like that quick. All pro, first team all pro guy, can't play. Can't play. Now, is it the long season? Other teams don't have it. Now they do have it.
Sure, they
right?
do.
Like you've watched it with the Patriots, you watched it with the Chiefs. Now they figure it out, though, right? They find ways to win games, and they figure it out. They get into the postseason, and then they're on their run.
Yeah, and listen, when like I said, Luke, we agreed with you, Luke. So I mean, when you just go back to your point real quick, you know what I mean? Like, there, when everything's working like it's supposed to, then you just, then that's okay, man. Then you can just maul people. That's what they did for years. They would maul people up front, and then, it just, it opened up some throwing lanes. You know what I mean? So when you're not doing that, we understand that it's gonna be tough, right? That's where I'm in 100% agreement. Like that's where the vanilla comes from, because I feel like you see a lot of teams, and I don't know the last time the Eagles ever ran a reverse, a fucking flea flicker, something. All right, there's 1,000 dudes in that goddamn, to Tom's point, in the NovaCare. All right, nobody's got nothing. Like, have everybody over for Thanksgiving, man, and put all kinds of ideas in a hat. Pick out of a goddamn hat. Do something, right? But there ain't fucking nothing. Wide receiver screen, something. I haven't seen anything. So, I mean, that's where I'll be in full agreement that, that this is like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You know what I mean? But, at the end of the day, I still believe players play. But shit, man, you see it all over the place. The creativity. And it's fucking null and void here.
It's so funny you said that. I just literally said that yesterday. When I was over with my sister was talking to this guys about football. And I said, I don't get it. Like there's no like reverse, right? There's nothing. Like there's nothing just different. Like give them something different that you've never done. Like you said, flea flicker, anything. A reverse flea flicker, There's something to show something. Some
Yeah,
type of little creativity.
You're not a gadget.
A wide
team.
receiver pass.
You're not a gadget team. It's something. Yeah, just anything. You know what I mean?
We brought up the Patriots real quick and the Chiefs, right? So 2001, obviously they won it. 9-7 next year, missed the playoffs at all.
Yeah, okay.
2003, 2004, they went back to back. The only time they went back to back. 2005, they went 10-6, lost the division. 2006, they went 12-4, lost to the conference. Go to 2014 because there was a run in there where they either didn't make the playoffs or they lost, right? In the playoffs, won the Super Bowl at 14, 12-4 in 15. They lost in the conference round. Super Bowl 16, 13-3, lost in the Super Bowl in 17. 18 was their last Super Bowl. 2019, they were 12-4. And then that was starting the demise there,
And
right?
just-
7-9,
yeah.
10-7. So, like, every team after the Super Bowl goes through those.
Well, just a quick edit to that little tidbit you had there. I understand what you're saying. I think that time they missed it was when Brady blew out the knee. That was
And it might have been.
that was a Matt Castle year.
Well, because they were, you're right. Because they were 11-5.
That would be my
missed
guess.
it.
That would be my guess. Yeah.
Castle was the
get rid of it.
highest
Get
passer,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
And then you go to the Chiefs. They won it in 19, lost in the Super Bowl 2020,
Flag.
14-2, 21, 12-5. They lost in the conference. Then they went back to back, lost to us at 15-2, and they're now 6-6. Right, so there's a reason why no one's ever won 3 in a row, and it's so hard to even go back to back. And I think if we all look in the beginning of the year, we go back and check tape. What do we have their record as?
Criminals.
12-5, 13-4. I think, Tom, you might have been the highest at 14-3, maybe, right? But I think you were 13, 14 wins.
No, it was 13-4.
13-4. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're all right in. We're still right in line.
I mean, that is PI.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Yep, it is. I
What are you
apologize.
doing?
I apologize, refs. I mean, that was the whole condom, everything. Everything. Jesus.
What are you doing?
That was
He
everything.
just ran right through him.
Yeah, sorry. Everything in his arsenal there.
He had plenty of time. He could have just got in front of him and knocked it away.
Yeah, so I mean, listen, it's real, right? It definitely is real. Doesn't mean teams don't figure it out.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
Again, I wasn't using it even as a cop. I was just saying, like, that's usually what happens, and you have to figure out a way to get sort of fight, scratch, and claw to the 12 wins, right? In those types of years, and you're still, everybody perceives you as being the best, but there's things that are off. That from the year prior, you know what I mean? There's just little things that you're maybe not as good at as, and a lot of that is the amount of players teams lose that win Super Bowls, right?
And coaches. Because again, you're the last pick. You're the last pick of the dance.
And it's February. Is Jesse talking about the Eagles? That's like February 14th.
I don't know where he was going with that. That was me talking about Saquon, right? That was the Saquon part where I was saying that, like, it's wear and tear on a running back.
I got, still they ended in February 14th.
Yeah, he needed from, I said in September he should be getting half less carries than he would. Wherever your marker was for him, your number marker, I would have cut it in half because I didn't need him in September. I didn't need him in October. I didn't need him in November. I need him now. That's when I needed him. I needed him when it got cold out, right? I needed him to get going a little bit. I understand you're gonna say, Tom, how are you not gonna put your best player out there all the time? I just told you. I just told you why.
Well, speaking of not getting any snaps, I think it's a travesty that, and we talk about this all the time, but it's a travesty that Tank Bigsley got one snap.
Oh, no.
Or maybe, I don't even know if he did get one snap.
No.
Oh, no.
But to your point, Tommy, there's no way that we couldn't have found one snap in a one-score game the whole time.
Yeah, I just don't know why the carries aren't there. I don't know why. Again, a bunch of football guys that can't figure that out. And I think it's important to try to lessen his workload a little bit, especially at this point. So you have him when you need him most.
Yeah.
and when you need them most is obviously this week. But I don't know. I think it's time to start just giving guys some more carries because guys had success.
Yeah,
He
Tank's
definitely
run.
has.
Tank's running well.
He definitely has.
Oh,
I mean, shit. He's averaging
How bad are you?
8 a
dude?
clip, right?
You got a break, and then that happens. Oh my god,
Debo.
that's so bad. Sorry, boys. Me and Wilson are being out of control. I'm sorry, but
No, it's fine.
They
Wilson
got a
doesn't
huge-
understand.
they got
No,
a huge
Wilson.
hold,
I'm
and
not
they
even
got
going
a
to put
huge-
this on you because Wilson starts it all the time. Like, I maybe I just have the capability to being a grown up and being able to watch and do two things at once. Like, game's right in front of my eyes.
It's OT.
No, but you commentate on the whole game. Like anybody really out there gives a rat's ass about your commentary of the game. They're listening.
I don't really care.
I do. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Mid conversation. I care a little bit.
I mean,
Not once or twice.
I was low
Once or
with it.
twice. You know what I mean? Once or twice. Guys just excited. You get this touchdown you need. I get it.
All right.
No, I mean you're excited for
Well,
Washington.
Harvey, I was
Denver.
excited for.
Yeah, Washington, Denver. I mean, excuse me.
I just wanted them to tie it. My biggest issue would be if they go for 2 because I want them to tie it so the Broncos can get the ball back and I can get more Harvey.
Okay. So it's a bigger plan. It's a bigger plan. Bigger plan. That's not on. That's
I
on
mean,
me
listen,
for not
it's
knowing
tough.
full
It's
story.
tough and go. We're trying to make the playoffs.
I hear it. I'm out. Again, I'm retiring because I didn't make the playoffs in all 3. That's never happened. So
Ooh,
it's
rough.
time. Yeah, time to retire. Just
agree.
pull over it.
Yeah, the league is taking the fun out of it.
Good rosters. Just don't get it.
Like, of course, it's me, but how did I go 0 for 16 on Thursday? 0 for 16 on bets.
But Jesse, that's not what I'm saying.
That's pathetic.
Yeah, nobody was making fun of you, Jesse. We're just saying that February 14th is the Super Bowl. That's all.
5 months and 8 days. I'm not talking about how much time he has off. I'm talking about. I don't know if we're on the same page. So there's no point to go back to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely not on the same page. Like obviously everyone has the off season off, but it's the wear and tear that he took this year.
Yeah. Hey, look, I didn't say like, hey, Eagles played straight through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, had a few games in April. Double header in June. Yeah.
Hey, run it back.
And a West Coast stretch out there in Colorado and then fucking Arizona.
Hey guys, no need to go anywhere.
Building's open.
Around. I need to stay around. Oh. Wait, what?
It's a long season.
On the other team,
Last week.
29?
Last week they punted from their own 29
Well, that would be
as they were
Wait a
losing the game.
minute, the other
The
team's
opponents-
29?
The other team's 29.
the opponent's 29. Of course,
Yeah.
you're
Going in
gonna-
to score 29.
Yeah, the opponents. You're going to punt on your own 29.
Yeah, when he
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
Catch
on
the
their own.
ball, or
Yeah, I
you
was
bum.
like, yeah, that's what teams do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At
I
first,
was
I was like,
confused there.
I was like,
I
wait,
was
we're
mind blown.
should they be going for it?
Yeah, I was like, oh,
If there was
God.
an emoji, my head would have went, oh, well, I guess what? Thought I was
Yeah,
wrong.
I mean, they all got time off, Jess. Yeah,
Things just haven't been clicking this year. It's not going so. Like I said, we were saying earlier, everything last year went smooth. Like we everything went well. Like every button we pushed it worked. It's not this year. It's tougher.
Yeah. These
tougher.
are like, they're like contested threes. It feels like everything is a contested 3.
Yeah. Off balance.
No layups, no free throws.
Yeah.
Sorry, on the night that happened, I apologize for using the free throw reference. But no layups, no free throws.
I mean, Syracuse can't hit water if they fell on the boat from free throw line. So I get it.
That's rough.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, that was a rough week for them.
Yeah.
And like I said, I didn't think they played all that bad either.
No, we played pretty well. But I mean, 3 tough games. But yeah, the Houston game is brutal though. 12 of 28 from the free throw lines.
Yeah, it's awful.
Deplorable. It's deplorable. In a game that you lose in overtime.
it definitely does feel like that, Jesse. Iowa, Hawkeye, Philadelphia. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a good analogy, actually.
Coop.
Really good.
Tony! Fucking, I didn't even know McLaurin was going to play. I have him in fantasy too, but he's on the bench. Cocksucker.
As he should.
They're going for 2, Wills.
Oh, you motherfuckers. I knew it.
Got nothing to lose.
I hope they get it. Fuck the Broncos. I also hope they get it because I missed a text from Sweeps earlier. I'll feel better about it if the Washington gets this.
You were working.
UPS's fault.
Yeah.
UPS's fault.
Yeah, it sucked. It kind of it's a shit show in there. Tomorrow's going to be a shit show. Cyber Monday, what a day.
Yeah, I think I bought about just about everything that was for sale online this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Nothing good or was needed.
Well, hey, get loaded.
Nothing that was good or needed.
Yeah. Just complete impulse shit.
Just a bunch of gadgets. That's on sale.
Yep. Oh, look at that. 50% off.
I'll take it.
Oh, you buy 3, you get them for 40% off. All right, I'm in.
I don't think that Sydney is great.
I think he's horrific.
Yeah, I was gonna say he might be
I
bad.
don't know if there's like a worse safety in the league than him. Like he might be the worst safety in football. He's so bad.
Oh my God!
And thankfully, Caleb was just as bad on that throw because that dude was wide open.
That's a lot of time to do that.
DJ,
I mean, like I know you're not into ties. I mean, I'm sorry, Greg.
No, you're good.
You got a hand up. I know you're not in the ties, but 250, you got a chance to get the ball back. I don't know. Oh well. Yeah, I'm not a
fucking Denver.
Not
Denver's
a Sidney
been winning
Brown guy.
by fucking skin of their teeth all year. I feel like.
Not a Sidney Brown guy for sure.
Yeah, no, I don't like Sidney either. I don't think he's very good.
Luke, is that true? They hiring a BYU guy? I don't like that.
Stormin' Mormon.
Oh,
Who is?
That looks like they're hiring Sataki. I got to figure out how to say his name. Yeah, I don't know how. I don't. Yeah, the weather's. He'll be fine with the weather because obviously Salt Lake City is there, but yeah, I don't know how he fit culture wise. That's kind of a weird one. But they put themselves in that spot.
He's done a great job there, though.
I mean, it's good.
100%.
Coach.
Yeah.
He's a good coach.
No, great coach. Yes, he is in LSU.
Boy, want to go crumbs? Don't start talking about him.
We can fire it up. I'll start it off because I think
that's where I'm going with.
Really?
I mean, you
I'm
can't
gonna
go Eagles, but
well, let me go somewhere. Let me go somewhere different with it.
Really? What?
My crumb is not letting him coach. That's my crumb.
no,
Like,
I love that out of Ole Miss.
No.
You're gonna go.
Not when the players.
You're gonna go run. You're gonna go run.
Right, he's not gonna let me finish, and that's fine.
But you're gonna go run to a rival? No, you're not coaching.
No, I hear you on that, but when the players ask for it, it's different.
I don't care.
Okay, and I do.
I mean, I hear you. I get you. I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying too, but don't tell me you don't care. That's the only reason I do care. Usually I wouldn't care. But when I hear all the players wanted it, that made me feel a little different about it. That's all. That's why they became a little crummish to me. Because honestly, Will, back the fucking money up then too.
They did, Tom. They did.
I don't know. Okay.
They matched everything, buddy. This is Johnny Ego. This is Johnny Jerkoff.
It's lame.
Right? And that's okay, man. It's lame being lame. Okay, go with you. Go win it. You can do the same fucking thing there. They matched the money. So it ain't money.
I think
Greg, what are you going to say? What are you going to
I thought it was incredible that he was like
He's a fucking
put off
scumbag.
that they wouldn't let him coach. Like he was
It's
it was amazing to me
NCAA.
that he was like, I
That's
can't
the
believe they wouldn't let me finish the
NCAA.
job. Of course, you just said you're going to go to a rival. Of course, they don't want you to fucking coach
It's the
anymore. Get the fuck
NCAA
out.
fault. It's because the calendar's fucking wrong, and it goes back to the NCAA, right? Any other sport, you can finish what you started, and I have no problem with that. People move on all the time, right? But the fucking recruiting window's there, the fucking transfer portal, all that shit is. I think the transfer portal opens up in January, but all the recruiting time is now. So I mean, you can't get behind the. You don't want to get behind the 8 ball. So that's just it's it comes down to the fucking NCAA again. You know what I mean? Even though I'm not a fan of his.
NCAA assholes. But yeah,
if you finish,
I don't like
if the calendar was different, you could finish the season and get after it. You know what I mean? Because again, people move on all the time. People want to say they want to have better things for their family and all that stuff, right? But don't tell me financial. They matched every fucking dime. So, and again, sometimes you want to move on. Is LSU a better place than Ole Miss? Yeah, I'm not going to debate.
I mean,
that.
is it though?
I'm not going to debate. I know. I'm just saying. I'm not going to debate.
Is it, Greg? They have the same. They're going to match. They're going to have the same NIL money. They would have paid you the same.
I think it is now because just from a national standpoint, he built Ole Miss to what it was. I was all in favor of him staying. Let's be real. I wanted him to stay. I wanted him to continue to build that, right? But I think if you're looking at, from my standpoint, if you're looking to win a championship, you need to be at LSU. Like LSU, to me, LSU, Alabama, Ohio State, maybe Michigan are the only jobs that I would leave Ole Miss for if I'm Lane Kiffin, right? Just because it puts you in that upper tier. He built that to do it. Like their now heyday is because of Lane.
So to answer your question, you're right, 100% right.
But I don't think you can win a championship there.
You're 11-1. Yeah, I mean, just keep it.
I don't think you can win a championship there.
But people are coming to play for you, so you're going to get those guys. If money is, listen, I'm with you, and I understand.
I don't know.
If you're looking at the two places, yes, way more sexy. Right, that's the double D fucking girl on the beach. Absolutely, LSU. It's got everything. But if Ole Miss is saying, hey, listen, we got the resources, we got the money, we matched all that. You've already established what you wanted to establish here. You're 11-1. You got a chance. You're in the playoffs. I don't know what else you want. You know what I mean? Are you saying some people he can't, if people want to play for him, if he's the recruiting guru, which I understand he is, then they're going to come there anyway. I don't know. Maybe
LSU fans got to be happy for
of
sure.
Course, that really
yeah. I think if this is right, then it really came down to more NIL money. So more NIL money gives them better players.
I thought Ole Miss was saying that they would have the same amount, but I mean, Lane, it doesn't surprise me. Lane Kiffin is a snake, so it doesn't surprise me. But he is a very good coach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like again, I didn't know they offered the same amount of money, right? I didn't think they could. I thought that's why, it made it.
And there was some leaked audio too, so I don't know how liked he was too. I'm sure he was adored, but I didn't click on it because But Greg, somebody can maybe find it. They said there was some lock, because what makes you even more of a crumb, because I don't know, did he show up for the meeting? I heard he didn't, which is
they told him not to. At least the interview that I heard.
He gave like he put
he wanted to.
He put a release out. I saw that.
He wanted to. I watched the 5-minute Marty Smith interview he had, and he asked him about the meeting, and he asked him about wanting to coach, and he deflected to the AD, made that decision.
Sure.
All right. Well, so I got it. To go deeper in the money.
Everybody's built in the portal too, Lane. Luke.
Yeah.
You're not developing guys anymore. Nobody is. I mean, you can. I mean, guys stay, it's not outlandish that guys aren't going to stay. But
well, I guess maybe he feels like
everything's built in the portal. So
yeah, I think he probably feels like at LSU, he probably doesn't have to use it as much, maybe as Ole Miss. Is my guess.
Sure, I don't. Listen, you won't get on there. I'm not gonna. Listen, that's what he's saying. I think if you're asking me to match up the two programs, it's not even fucking close. So I get 100% agree with that. You know what I mean? I guess when it comes to me, I'm built different. But like I said, everybody's got to do things for their own sake and their family and stuff. But like when you're just like, I would like him to come out and say that. You know what I mean? But he doesn't have to. But he can say whatever he wants. But I think more people will respect you if you say like, listen, we really had to. I feel like we were maybe up against it here. And I really want to. But I don't know. When you're 11-1 and you're 6th team in the country, it's tough to say like that.
You're up against it.
Yeah, you're up against it. I know. It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, to me, it sounds like the more opportunity to be
I feel like he's
in the conversation.
Guy that always has. I feel like he's the guy with that type of personality.
Yeah, he's that guy.
That he's got to move on. He's had enough. He gets bored. I agree.
That's
how I feel he is. And again, do you, man? Like, who are we to say anything? You know what I mean? Like, we're just going to comment on it because that's just not how some of us are structured. You know, doesn't mean Greg is a bad guy because he agrees with that or likes it. You know what I mean? And or anybody. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. The sun's going to come up tomorrow. I can give two shits what Lane Kiffin does. You know what I mean? I just don't like. I put it in this situation. Besides him just being a worm.
Yeah, I think it's a sleazy move.
I think it's just more on the NCAA again with the calendar. You know what I mean? Just fix it. You know what I mean? You got to, now you're going to have a product where, of course, they're going to make it. All right. But you look, if you're in that, this isn't, the same as FSU a couple years ago when Travis got hurt. All right. But you still, if you're in that room, you're saying, I know they're 11-1 and they're one of the best teams in the country. They deserve to be in the playoff, but they just lost their head coach.
Yep.
They just lost their head coach. And then what that does, that means those remaining guys have one foot out the door because now they're uncertain about their future. So are they that invested in playing this game? So I don't even know if I would give them a home game. You know what I mean? Like I would, like who knows where they're going to get seated? You know what I mean? But those kids are, there's going to be a lot on their mind. There's just, and who knows if they're going to, be able to, right the ship and get themselves ready to
I would say almost guaranteed now that they have no shot to win it. That is, like they can win a game, but they're not going to win it all. So yeah, I know. I just think I'm not a big Lane guy. He's a good coach, but I think it was, and like you are right. It's about the NCAA should change the thing so that you let everybody coach all the way through.
Well, I was going to. We went quick heated there, which is great. Naturally, that topic was going to go that way, but that's where I was going with it. Like I was going to get to the NCAA needs to change what they
for
do.
Sure, you're right.
So that doesn't happen to the players who put all the time in this season into it.
Yeah,
that's where my heart goes.
It's like pulling the rug.
Yeah, that's where my heart goes. Like he doesn't care about the like. Think about this. Like again, I'm not a Lane guy, so I'm Switzerland here totally on this conversation, right? But what I'm saying is like to the point about the early signing day is Wednesday, right? It's Candy saying here, so there's no way he could stay at Ole Miss and coach through a huge recruiting day. Well, he's saying he would. Like that's the point of it. Like he's invested into what he started this year, right? Now, again, guys move on all the time, like Sweeps is saying. But like that's what college football needs to change how they do things. And when signing days are to get through this process, they got to change up how things go. Because, like, again, it hurts the player here, right? And the whole thing about the player, NIL is about the player, portal's about the player. Let's quote it, right? Air quote it all. It's all about the player. Well, this stuff's about the player too, man. Because even if it's a regular bowl game, whatever it may be, there's a lot of guys that aren't opting out of that stuff and that want to play in it, right? And I think not losing your coach.
100%. That's what I'm saying. 100%.
There used to be only a couple teams in it. You know what I mean? Now
it doesn't have to be.
Like Tulane loses their coach. It
have to be in December. Like the signing, it shouldn't be in December. You know what I mean? There's no reason it can't be in February. If you move the goalpost, and no pun intended, and you move the calendar. You know what I mean? But again, we got to have spring football. Why we got to have spring football? You guys can do whatever you want, in the weight room and all that stuff. But I mean, you can't be, just because it's the most lucrative sport money wise, right? You get to, you get to play year round. I mean, come on, dude. That's not that. I don't think that's right either. Right? It should just be like, you want to have like a 2-week window where there's like, air quote college OTAs or do that, whatever. I'm okay with that. But, and then it should be back to, hey man, see you guys in August. Let's get after, end of July. Let's get after for a month period and we open up September. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's
good. There's another recruiting period there in the spring, right? There's another transfer window in there.
Sure, absolutely.
So you're right. It's all tied up in just BS though.
Yeah.
And my last crumb, because people brought up a couple Sixers comments in here. Eddie asked to bring them up, so I'll bring up the Sixers and just being the Sixers because it's been the 2 games, 2 losses. I'm trying my best over here to raise them right, okay. And it's hard when you're leaving 2 games, and after this one's like, well, they always lose when we come. Like, I don't like the Sixers anymore. I said that's not how it works. And then I got to go and make up lies. Like I told him, did you see VJ give you the thumbs up? Did you see him? And he goes, he did. And I said, yeah, you saw him, right? He gave you a thumbs up. VJ did. He goes, Oh yeah, oh my god, he did. Right? Well, he didn't say, oh my god, but he was all fired up about VJ giving him a thumbs up now. So there's ways I'm able to help you here. Okay, but you gotta need to help yourselves. And semi-crumb.
So what you're saying is you and Cats are bad luck. Is that what we're getting at?
Yeah, we'll put the Sixers.
You just need to catch a win. That's all.
Yeah, we'll put.
You got to do scout out when they play a crappy team.
I picked the Hawks.
Well, you had the Hawks. and what, the other night was the Raptors?
No, yeah, the other night was Raptors. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying here. I got the Wizards coming up. January. This one was picked a while ago, preseason, but I got the Warriors coming up down the road in like January.
Warriors or Wizards?
Or Wizards, sorry. Wizards.
Okay, I was gonna say Wizards. That should be a good one.
Shoot me layup line.
Yeah.
But tonight we were cheering like we thought it was over. Maxey hits a 3. We go up 2. All we gotta do is sort of make 1 out of 2, and we feel like it's a wrap. And he misses both of them. So
that's brutal.
Yeah, and Embiid looks like shit. So
he does look like shit.
I agree.
He looks like shit.
So I don't know what.
It's embarrassing. I mean, he looks fucking lazy.
He just he looks slow.
Lazy. Doesn't box out. It's awful.
And PG looks better than him. That's not saying a lot, but he does like live. He looks like he can still play. Now it's just being on the court enough, right? Like live, it looks
physically
like he
looks better. But I mean, it'd be nice if you can make a jumper. Make a fucking shot. Would you?
Yeah, or the one he got. I mean, the one live he got like going to the bucket. He got raped. I mean, absolutely. It was down on our end, and it was a mugging. Like a mugging happened in front of me. I'm like, that's a max money guy. Like I don't give a shit, right? It's just I watch guys get last. Like that's a max money guy going to the bucket hard, right? Which is like what you ask guys to do. Like got into the body, a ton of contact, right? And nothing. And I'm like, oh, and Maxey had a couple of it too. That down at that end where officiating in the NBA is terrible all around now. So it's terrible both ways. But just stuff at the end of the game. That is
for sure.
Stuff at the end of the game. But yeah, they are what they are, right? They're young in the spots you want them to be young at. Maxey's continuing to grow as a player, which is exciting. And VJ got a light run tonight as he should. With a calf strain. So my only issue tonight was not enough Andre Drummond. And to say that out loud is actually crazy. But Andre's had an awesome year this year. He's been good. Been really good. I've watched a lot of games. He's been good.
He's been better than beat.
He's been bad on something too, though, I think.
His knee. He hurt his knee.
I was gonna say he was on the list of possible.
3 of them. It was him and Embiid and VJ were the questionable ones.
Yep, absolutely.
So whatever.
Well, maybe it was a little sore or something, I guess, but I hear you.
But Bonus.
Yeah, he's athletic as hell, man.
I can deal with that, and he had some big blocks.
Yes, he did. He is long.
Blows my mind at how good he is at blocking shots, but then he can't rebound. Like, can we teach him to box out or something? Dude can't rebound.
Yeah, it's weird, dude. Like
so many Hawks get so many offensive rebounds. Bona,
Embiid's never been a good back to Embiid's never been a really like good rebounder. He's relied on the shore size, strength,
a monster,
and athleticism. But now that the legs aren't there, right? As you can see by watching the game, the ability to get up off the floor enough isn't there. That's where he can't rebound. That's where we're like his time out there's 4 rebounds. That can't happen. Like
terrible.
Like you're not giving me enough for 4 boards. But I like everything else. Like I like PG. I said that last year when he was on the court. I said I thought he looked good when he played. Right? I'll say the same thing again this year about him. If he plays, he's good. I'm not worried about him. But Embiid's like, I'm at the point now where somebody asked me about my son. Like I'm over it. Like it could go. It could go or get healthy and something change, which is not.
He ain't never getting healthy.
Which never happened.
He's not going. He's not going.
He's not going. Yeah, we're just gonna have to watch him struggle up and down the court for the next couple of years.
Yeah, we missed a window when we wanted to. If they listened to us, we would have got something. I don't know who we would have danced with or what it would have been.
There's always somebody.
We would have pulled the plug. Yeah. I mean, listen, it's nothing's. If somebody wants them for a 2-month stretch and a playoff run, I'm sure.
Andre was on a wheelchair 2 days ago and he played today. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Luke. He was on a wheelchair getting wheeled up into the locker room. I said he's out for the year, and then I heard. Then it was like game to game. I'm like, wait, what?
So this is back to the AI days. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna compare Maxey to an all-time great. You know what I mean? Maxey's fantastic, but this is his team, and you build around him. So this is let's hope we can get to maybe more than one final, and maybe we can win one. But this is it's clearly his team, so let's build around it. I think somebody said the other day, let's trade him because we don't want to hurt his feelings. Like that was the dumbest thing I ever saw online. I think Tom blew his gasket.
No, I don't know what that means.
Kept driving. I just kept driving. It's,
I mean, I feel like we should probably trade fucking fingernails, old painted nails, right? I mean, I like McCain, but I feel like I think VJ.
I don't think you're gonna have enough guards who can shoot the three in this league. So
I mean, I don't disagree. I feel like isn't Grimes better than him too?
Yeah, but Grimes is on the last year of his deal, and who knows
on a 1-year deal,
and he wanted $20 million a year this year. So I don't know how that's going to work out. So, but long story short, you got 4 young guards. You build around guards in this league. It's a guard-driven league now more than ever. So that's why this season has some excitement to it. If you just remove Joel, is because you're having the best of both worlds, right? Where you still have an opportunity to compete. Well, but you're also like rebuilding at the same moment, and you're getting younger at the same time that you're competing. I'm serious. This team just said last year, if PG is just healthy, forget Embiid. If you get enough out of PG, they're good, man. That's the wing defender you need, the size out there. But he doesn't play enough, right, to get going. He looked good before the ankle sprain, right? Like he started to look good, and an ankle sprain, and he missed a week, and he's back for 2 games, right? It's just, dude, you need to play. Which probably will never happen either. But at least he looks like himself though athletically when he plays. Yeah. That was my observation from tonight. Is like he still looks like the elite athleticism's there. All that stuff never went anywhere. It's just, can he stay on the court, bro? Like that's it.
Never healthy. Never healthy.
Yeah, and it might never be, right? So I'm not going to hold out hope that 34-year-olds get healthier. Doesn't happen. But they're young and they're missing Oubre a ton right now. Luke's right, and that's the one big one they're missing. And I like Trendon Watford too, because he's just a do everything type of guy. But like Nick said the other day in his presser, I'll leave it here. He's like, I would just like to not get one guy back and have 2 more guys go out. Like we'd like to just have things trend where we can start all playing together and get our rotations right.
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
because if you have Oubre, if you have Kelly and PG on your wings, I think your wing defenders are really good. They have, they're physical, they're lengthy enough. I'm not telling you they're like the first team all defensive guys. I'm just saying that it's a lot better than some of the stuff you have to run out there right now to get length on your perimeter, because you see it.
No, I agree.
So there's the Sixers talk for tonight. But yeah, just tired of going to games and losing and getting bent over while you're there too. Because anything you buy, 2 chicken finger platters, I think it was $62. Like
anything you buy is
where am I at?
Just so expensive.
Wow.
Yep.
What am I at? 5
and they
star?
probably were sitting for hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They probably weren't even fresh.
5-star. I'm paying for all the max money deals.
It's crazy, Tommy. It's crazy. I went to the Syracuse game.
$30 chicken finger has got to come with a happy ending. Jesus Christ.
We were looking for.
And the souvenir sodas aren't even free refills anymore. Like, what a joke.
I don't even waste my time with the souvenir anymore. Just give me the soda that closes back out. Give me here she was. You know what I mean? We're not doing that.
Yeah.
It's too much shit to carry. Like I gotta carry it out. I feel obligated to bring it home.
Yeah.
I don't
end up with
I spent
12 souvenir cups.
Yeah, I spent $12.99, $15.99 for the goddamn souvenir cup. Now I'm obligated to bring that with me in freaking 32 degree weather, walking in the car. Well, I gotta need the cup in my hand after a loss, after another loss. Really need to bring that cup home. Picture of Embiid on it, probably.
Yeah, of course.
Love Maxey, or it'll be Maxey tonight after 2 free throws missed. You know what I mean? After a huge 3, but then two free throws missed.
Another crumb too is Kirby Smart. I mean, clean it up down there, dude. Another
what did he do?
Another speeding by another guy going 150.
Oh.
An offensive lineman, 150, eluding police. He got kicked off, and then there was like 2 more incidences besides, obviously, we know about 98. You know, not we know
Looting police.
we
Hey,
know
you're
about
you're an offensive lineman, bud. You ain't eluding nothing.
yeah, we knew about 98. You know what happened down there, but there was like 3 other things that I read. Right, you know, as I was
that
as I was
program's a
reading that one.
disaster.
Yeah, as I was reading that, they fly all over the place. You know,
Yeah.
they're going like 2 guys were going 100 in a school zone. It was crazy, dude.
In cars that were given to them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, we all got money now, so
For sure.
Yeah, it sure makes you think different about feeling bad for the kids anymore, like during these coaching changes.
well, no,
Who cares?
Because
They're all getting paid and then they're all in the portal.
Yeah.
Right?
It used
Like
to be
Ryan Williams from Alabama is already at LSU.
Dude, it used to be Greg. You know how it's Greg. It used to be like, okay, you know, they're kids. I'm not going to trash the kids. I'll trash the coach.
Yeah.
Now they're all getting paid. I'll trash the kid now.
Yep, they're all free game
I'm
now.
fully in for trashing the kid.
Yeah, it's totally become you know, not quasi. It's they're professionals. I mean,
Yeah.
once you get paid, you're a professional. So you know, you get youth. You know, you make a youth mistake is fine, but you know when
And can we get Vandy in the playoff? That's all I want. I want Vandy in the playoff. Diego Pavia. I love Diego Pavia.
Oh yeah, me too.
Dude's been around for fucking ever. He's played for like 11 years. He's awesome. He's the prototypical could never play on Sunday, but is awesome in college.
Apparently his brother did his brother get arrested?
He's
At the game?
Yeah, he's going down the Jackson Mahomes route. This is like his fourth episode. So he's
my God.
He's fancy.
Mom's not far from it.
His mom's an issue too.
Mom was fucking grinding goddamn poles in the stadium. So yeah, mom and brother are just looking for their payday out of it.
Yeah. They're 15 minutes. Absolutely, brother. Yep.
Hey, we know he's going to stink on Sunday. Get it in.
Got to get it in now.
Get it in because, this is the most money you're going to make playing football. Yeah, I saw that.
He is
saw that come across, and I'm like, is this real life?
He's awesome.
Yeah.
They got to get in. Get him in.
I just don't see any way around it. I'm with you.
I don't know how to get in. Yeah, I don't know how.
I don't think so.
I want him in. I just don't know how.
Auburn had to upset him.
Auburn had to upset.
Yeah, Auburn had to upset.
And the funny thing is, I think Lane was waiting for that too. I think part of the delay was trying to figure out the timing. Because either Ole Miss is in the SEC championship if Auburn loses or Auburn wins.
Love that stat, brother. Appreciate you. We knew it was a lot. Shit.
And then the other flip side is he might have gone to Alabama if they lost and DeBoer got axed.
True. Yeah, I'm sure they're waiting to cut his head off too. Yeah.
Oh, he had options.
He sure did.
And again, I'm not back to Lane. I'm not going.
And Florida's hiring a dude from Tulane, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Tulane's probably going to make the playoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The SEC's the ACC is a joke.
No.
Really? Oh, maybe.
Yeah, Tulane.
I think they're the top. They're the top.
The automatic thing. I got you.
Yeah, they're the top.
Yeah, I brought him up before,
right?
Well, I brought him up earlier. Like they lost their coach.
Yeah.
Like, now they got to go through it. Like it's bullshit the way it's built. It's bullshit.
100%.
And it isn't just football. This is all from across the board how they operate, how things are now. You fucking made a deal with the goddamn devil. Both sides made deals with the devil because everything's fucked. Like the normal kid who is all fucked. It's all fucked up. It's all fucked up, and it's sad. It's sad what it is because your normal Division I baseball player could go like a little bit maybe of a not large school like Power 4, but large enough to satisfy them. We'll never get that anymore. And that's at all levels. That's football, baseball, basketball. You name it. Some more than others are fucked, but yeah.
My biggest thing, I just wish they would just call it what it is. Stop calling it NIL. Just call it pay for play.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Because each school's got their own to give out, right?
I mean, when you have rosters that are 25, 30 million,
well, it's exactly
15, 20, 25, it's not NIL. It's not NIL.
All they did is do exactly what they did for years, and that got covered up. They just said, "Oh, we got a great system here. We'll just add it in." That's all they did. Everybody knew how to do it.
But it wasn't that much. It wasn't that much.
Oh, the fuck it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't.
If you want to talk about big programs, like
I don't think it was 25, 30 million. I don't think every player was getting paid.
No, it was 100K, 200K.
Yeah.
300K.
It was hide money. You had to hide it. So it was different.
Yeah, they had to hide it. Yeah.
But my point is, they knew how to do it.
Well, sure.
They knew how to they knew the whole setup.
And at least for a gambling thing, you knew who was getting money, so you knew who to bet on. Now you don't know.
Well, it was more stuff that was non-traceable. It was, hey, buy your parents a house.
Yeah,
buy your car.
Blue chips might have been fictional. Blue chips might have been obviously fictional in Hollywood's terms, but that was real shit.
Oh, it was real.
That was real shit, buddy. That's Reggie Bush got stripped of his Heisman because his family got a house, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Got his family a house.
Yeah, should never been stripped of that either. But it is what it is nowadays. But again, they both made deals with the devil.
Of course,
100%. And loyalty is the word. Loyalty is the word of the night.
You can work your ass off, you know what I mean? And there are other people who say, shut up and be better, right? But that's not, that's not always the case. Like you work you're there as a freshman and sophomore, you work your ass off, you're ready to take over, the QB1 job as a junior, and then some asshole brings in a fucking guy in the portal. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, dude. I just worked all off season, man. Waited 2 years for my fucking turn, man. Now you're gonna bring a guy in because he's a sexy name. Bullshit.
And then Notre Dame went to Syracuse, who was playing well to start the year, and then he got hurt. And then Syracuse, maybe the worst team in college football. But that's what happened to that dude. That was our quarterback, though. He was supposed to be. He was the backup for like the last 2 years in Notre Dame, Steve Angeli, and then Notre Dame fucking brought the dude in from Duke, right? Is that where he came from?
Carr.
Yeah, but like it brings the loyalty is the key word. And then it brings no continuity and consistency in a sport where, so much of that matters. I don't like it. I think there's better ways to do it. But I think then somebody in the room being smart enough, and they're just not. And a lot of these guys that are, live their lives behind the scenes, they don't have the real feel for life. They don't have how it's really going to affect how you build a team. Right. And I think back to Lane quickly, again, just making a point that LSU is probably going to get more 5-star recruits that stay than having to go than Ole Miss would probably get naturally because it's LSU. And he's there now. So that takes you away from having to use the portal for everything. You use the portal for holes. And I think when you're thinking about that from a coach perspective, like, man, it's not as much wear and tear of every year I got to go hop in the portal and then build a whole new thing up again, right? And chemistry and develop a guy from a freshman year to his senior year and actually because guys will stay at LSU. They're more likely to get guys staying at those schools. The guys you want to stay, right?
Yeah, 100%. And if you're talking about Baton Rouge or Oxford, Mississippi, I mean, you're going to choose Baton Rouge all day if you're a young kid. Nightlife and stuff to do and all that good stuff.
Yeah, you walk into both stadiums, it's pretty clear.
Yeah,
like I said to Greg, be happy about the
on a Saturday night. Yeah, definitely.
Be happy, Greg. Be happy you're going to get a guy that knows how to coach football because I told you, Happy Valley will recruit itself. That 100,000 people recruits itself when an athlete walks in there and goes, holy shit! Like even guys from Texas who play around 40, 50,000 stadiums, right? Will walk into that and feel a certain type of way.
100%.
Bigger's better. That's what she said. So,
you use it.
All right. It is after midnight.
That was it was way after midnight. We were 30 minutes with the first 1.5 crumbs, I think. Yeah. 2. I don't know.
That's what we do.
Yeah, good shit. A long fucking day tomorrow. It's gonna suck. Yeah, well, strap in, get ready. All right. Sixers schedule. They play a bunch this week, I feel like.
I thought this week they were kind of limited. They were off.
I don't know. Maybe it's next week then. I mean, it's next week to get like Knicks and everybody. Not Knicks.
I feel like that was in our.
Not a big deal. It's working our way out.
They play the Lakers on the 7th, and then they're off for about a week. Then they got Indiana, off day, Atlanta. Now this is going 2 games, 11-day stretch at the end of the week. So maybe they get some rest.
Wait, who do they play? Who do they play next? It's December 1st. Who do they play next? They play the Lakers on Sunday.
The Lakers 14-4 without LaFraud. Love it.
Yeah, he's back now, but Austin Reeves and the boys were playing good. Luca.
Oh, they're playing great, dude.
They were.
And they played
next, they got
Yeah,
Washington on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, Washington on Tuesday.
Yeah, at home. Yeah.
Washington Tuesday, Golden State Thursday, back-to-back, and Milwaukee Friday. There's your you got to check. That might be a whale play, Willie.
They got to win the first one. But yeah, could be.
Yeah, because they did
Sixers
that.
are always a whale play because
hasn't
you
been
bet
one in a
against
while.
them.
No, they played the back-to-back against Milwaukee the last time and they beat them. Or that might have been game 1 of it, because then they might have came home.
That was the opposite.
Well, they're home versus Golden State, and
It
then
might have
they're
been the
at
opposite of the
Milwaukee on
whale.
Friday.
Might have been a Dolphin.
I was going to say, Greg, you definitely had the wrong week.
It
It's
was
the opposite of a slow week.
Yeah, definitely.
Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday.
Yeah. Well, someone put in the Wednesday group chat that they were getting some rest, and then I looked at the dates. I'm like, oh, this is a 2 weeks.
Well, if you go on the ESPN one, it pops up the wrong spot in December, and you have to like work your way back up. Because I said, wait, they don't play. Like when I first looked at it earlier today, I was like, wait, what? And then I saw that, they got a big stretch. But whatever. Good talk, boys. Great show. Great disagree.
Yep. Good stuff.
We'll see you next Sunday. And we'll really preview what's coming up Monday. Yep, and we'll have a better feel because you get through another week of Sunday, you even get a better feel of what the league is and everything, and you'll see what this game really means because it's probably going to mean a lot. Green Bay goes beat Chicago, things are wide open again, baby.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you're a Green Bay away from Chicago, from things really opening back up where you're a game out essentially. You're a game out because Rams and Packers both ahead of you. You have the head-to-head.
Yep.
So. We're really just a win away. Yeah. So, but we'll talk about it. We love you all. Appreciate you. Go Fly, guys, by the way. Go Flyers. 10-9-8 me. And we'll talk Eagles again next
Penguins
Sunday.
tomorrow.
Oh.
Ends.
We're out.
The kid.
I'm not going to give them too much credit because they're playing well. So just want to keep moving.